What's up? Oh, I was muted for a sec. Hey, what's up, everyone? And welcome to tonight's episode of Resident Roleplay. This is a show where a group of friends and I get together and play homebrewed tabletop RPG set in the world of Resident Evil. I'm your host and GM, Raphael, and welcome back, everyone.
Hi.
Boy.
Hi.
What up?
Ah, man, so this is our second session back from the break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going to Chicago.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited. Is anyone else excited?
I'm tired.
Elisa's excited.
I wonder what Qatar's gonna buy us today.
Question is, what's Qatar gonna buy herself?
Yeah.
Nothing, because I don't have proficiencies with anything else, and my stats aren't too good, so, like, I gotta stick with what I have right now. Unless I can magically find something else nice, like a launcher. Or something. Then I'm really set. Well, she's a... We're both happy.
Everyone's just happy.
Everyone's happy. So,
I'm excited.
I hope you
not
are.
excited.
Parkez seemed pretty excited last time we checked.
That's true, that's true.
I don't know if Parkez never not excited.
I mean, that's true. I think she has, like, an excitement gland in her brain that just is always active.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. So, if you guys are all ready to go, I think I've got myself situated here now. So, shall we begin?
Yep.
Alright, we're running a little late, so I say we get right into things then. So, previously on Resident Roleplay, exactly 4 years after the events of Raccoon City, your party of survivors reunited at Emil's home in Brunton, Minnesota to commemorate the shared experience on its anniversary. Cambria arrived rather reluctantly, having undergone a bit of a falling out with her brother Chauncey, but nonetheless you all got together, ate, drank, listened to music, and caught up with one another. But in the midst of the revelry, Cambria received a phone call and revealed to the rest of you that a small T-virus outbreak has just come underway in an Uptown Chicago neighborhood. And not only that, but a man that matches the description of Aidan, which is Archaea's biological father, has been seen at the site. So Emil then revealed a USB drive he received from a CIA associate known as Mr. Fox, which contained a surveillance recording of Aidan's last known sighting on Rockford Island about 4 years prior. So, the rather graphic footage confirmed that his next targets were in fact in Chicago. And with this in mind, you drove around Brunton gathering gear from various shops before departing for Chicago, hoping to enter the infected zone as mercenaries for the FBC. So, that's where last we left off. So Chauncey is at the wheel of his Chevy Suburban as he pulls onto the highway just as the sun crests over the horizon and the cold dark of night takes the sky. Archaea kind of rocks uneasily in the passenger seat as Emil and Kantara kind of sit patiently in the back. It's about 7 p.m. on September 24th, 2002, so evening has just taken hold here.
And I'm still
Amazing.
trying to read in the back, right?
Yeah, so you said you were trying to read. I think...
I'm trying.
Yeah, and I think we realized last
Not doing
time...
very well.
Yeah, Chauncey rolled poorly on driving, so you're getting half as much progress of whatever the duration of this trip is going to be. So,
Indeed.
what sort of...
stop every now and then, just like, oh.
Yeah, exactly. Getting a bit of a headache. It's a little nauseating. So,
Oh, all right, back to reading.
Chauncey, what sort of pace are you traveling at from when you're from the driver's seat? Talking fast, medium, slow?
I would say we're cruising because we're on like the highway. Legal speed limit.
Yeah, all right. So we'll call that
Very
like
rough and bumpy.
Yeah. All right, so I'll say that's a bit of a normal pace. So yeah, you're keeping the speed limit and going along your way as Emil's trying to read in the background. So it'll be a good long drive to get all the way from Brunton to Chicago. It'll take you about 8 hours at a normal pace. So if there's any conversation or anything you guys want to get done along the way, now's your chance. Otherwise, we'll keep moving.
Okay. Well, not conversation, but there's something that I would like to do.
Okay, what would you like to do?
Not sure if I can do this because Emil can't read, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to write, but we'll try. Well, he can read, but he's struggling a little bit.
I can read. It's just getting nauseous from being.
Yeah.
Oh, poor guy. Okay, so I wanna pull out a notebook that she would have in her backpack because she keeps a notebook with her at all times.
Yep.
For things such as this. So
Oh, pardon me.
she's going to pull. Oh, I thought you laughed, but you sneezed.
No, yeah, that was a sneeze.
She takes out her notebook and she starts writing a letter to someone.
Okay. So you get some writing done over the course of this trip. All right.
It's gonna look ridiculous. Love.
Yeah.
What about that?
I love how Chauncey taught Archaea and she got a nat 20 and Chauncey's struggling.
Chauncey's using the end of his wireless feature.
That's true.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
So this,
Yeah,
since
well,
it is about 7 p.m.
obviously-
at night, you know, this is going to kind of go overnight.
Yeah.
So by the morning, most of you will gain a point of fatigue unless you choose to rest
Well,
upon arrival.
We're leaving at when?
Well, it's about 7 p.m. when you guys get onto the highway.
How long will it take to get there?
About 8 hours.
8 hours.
How long is it going to take for a full rest?
Full rest, I believe, is 8
Minimum.
hours as well.
Like minimum I could possibly take on a full rest.
Yeah, that would be about 8 hours. Well, I suppose only 6 hours of it needs to be spent sleeping. So,
Yeah, I can probably spend just an hour reading then, or 2 hours reading and an hour of the book gone through.
Hey, give me a quick 5 minutes to restart. I'm just going to auto follow everybody.
You're driving.
all right.
I mean, like,
Driving.
drive. I'm just auto following people.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, just
I'll
going
be right
wherever
back. I'm
everyone
gonna
is.
restart my stuff, make sure everything's fixed back up because it's stuttering bad.
All right. See you in a bit, Doc.
And I was just gonna sleep.
Guitar's just sleeping the whole
Nothing to
trip.
say.
Yeah. All right. So that'll work out. It'll be a nice 8 hour long
after-
rest for you.
After Archaea's done writing, she's also going to go to sleep.
All right. Good to know.
Do I need to take a full rest or can I take a short rest?
You need to take a full rest to avoid the fatigue.
Every what, 12 or 24 hours?
Yeah.
All right.
So assuming you woke up at a normal time in the morning the previous day, you know, you'll
Yeah,
kind
I'll
of be
do
dead
so.
on arrival. So you're just going to do
I'll
like
read for 2 hours.
Okay, so you read for 2 hours, get 1 hour's worth of progress on the book, and kind of doze off.
Yeah.
So, along the way, you guys will need to make some pit
The
stops.
scientist sleeping in the back.
Yeah, just for food and drink and fuel and all that will be needed kind of along the way. So I'll say it'll just be, with 4 of you, it'll come out to about $100 worth of stuff. So is anybody front to pay for that? Because I know Chauncey can't.
What is it?
$100 worth of stuff.
Emil's sleeping.
Archaea will put up $40 because that's what she has.
Where'd you get $40?
She had $40 from the very beginning.
So that's like from
She never spent
5 years ago.
Wow. Yeah, that's 5-year-old money.
That's Mike's allowance from 5 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
I just pitched forth the other 60.
Okay. So you guys get all your necessary stuff, fuel and some snacks paid for. Stop by a fast food joint perhaps on the way. And then, as you guys continue forward on your journey, Chauncey using his tirelessness to keep you guys driving through the night, and the rest of you getting your long rests along the way, you arrive at the outskirts of Chicago.
I don't like this.
The immense skyline of high-rise buildings lining the shore of Lake Michigan can be seen in the distance. The kind of sprawling inner-city landscape of buildings is crowded with citizens from all walks of life going about their daily commute. And as you travel inward, the hustle and bustle of city life begins to sing its song, with people rushing from one side of the street to the other, and kind of bassy music blasting from a nearby truck and the honking of horns at a traffic-jammed intersection. You pass under an elevated bridge as the L train kind of roars above you. You feel a little bit of a shudder, a vibration, kind of rhythmically coming from that. So, welcome to Chicago.
Yay.
Smells like industry.
That's how I feel when my mom used to drive through Chicago in real life.
Oh yeah.
Yay.
The person who used to be there a lot.
Oh yeah.
So,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Katara just. Oh
Is it
yeah.
always this busy? I think
What
I'm looking at more people that exist that exist in my town.
What time is it, Raph?
It was about an 8-hour drive, give or take. So we'll say. So you guys would arrive in like the early morning hours. So
Yeah,
the city
so
will kind of be lit up by artificial light, probably around after making pit stops. We'll say you arrive at about 4 o'clock in the morning.
Wow. All right, cool.
So in a couple of hours, it will be dawn.
RK is just sleeping.
Yeah. So you're still
He doesn't wake up.
sleeping through. Yeah.
And we know where we're supposed to go, right?
Yeah. You guys know where you're supposed to go.
All right.
Chauncey, you got the
So-
directions from Cambria.
I'm just gonna suggest we go in that direction, and I hope he goes. Is he back yet?
It looks like he's back.
It doesn't seem like that did anything. I might do a full-on restart now.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
So yeah, I'm just gonna suggest we go in that direction.
All right. So you guys heading towards Uptown?
Yeah.
All right. So you make your way through the bustling inner city streets towards the relatively small but tightly clustered structures of the Uptown district in the far north side. As you approach from Lawrence Avenue, you see a military encampment and blockade with various tents bearing the FBC logo set up around it. And you kind of approach, like a bit of a checkpoint where a guard kind of stops the vehicle as you approach, and kind of saunters up to the driver's side seat, kind of looking in at Chauncey. He's just like, hey, sorry, this is the infected zone. We can't let anybody through here.
We were sent here.
Sent here.
The house you can get in freaking
We were sent here.
Midtown, really nice.
Are you guys, what are we talking here, like?
It's like the rarest thing to pop
Private
up
arms?
in your car.
Yes.
Oh, all
Question
right.
mark? Is that's what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We consider
Yeah. You were told that your in was as FBC mercenaries.
Your meaning.
Well, did we need to meet with the FBC first?
Yeah, that's what you're at right now.
Oh yeah, then,
You're at their camp.
Then, I mean Chauncey's talking, so see how this goes.
That's why I want to know what I'm doing there, guys.
We're supposed to say we're sent by your sister.
Yeah.
As Archaea starts hearing Chauncey's voice with another, voices talking, she kind of like opens her eyes and looks over, and she's like, she is going to encourage him right now.
All right.
I think I'll be fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'll be fine. I'm just
I don't trust
tell them that we're private arms. We're here to meet with whoever we have to meet with to gate access.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, you're gonna want to head over to the. Just go and park your vehicle right over there, and head over to that tent over yonder and talk to the supervising officer. He'll be in there.
Has he got a name?
Parker Luciani.
Okay. Parker. All right. Thank you. And then I'll proceed forward. And
yeah,
go
they
park
kind
in my spot.
of let you pass the checkpoint, and you kind of park where you directed him. And you guys can now roam the camp. Are you heading right over to the operations tent?
Is everybody awake?
By this point, everybody's awake. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'll just. Obviously, they heard that, so
Yeah.
we'll just head forward then. I will.
Okay.
I'll head.
I was gonna ask, like, what else is around? Is it just like a bunch of tents and?
Yeah, there are a plethora of tents kind of set up around, or at least a good few. You're not quite sure how many there are in total, but yeah, some smaller, some bigger than others. The operations tent that you were directed towards looks to be the biggest one, and the primary sort of tent. You're not sure what all else is in the others, but you might be able to ask.
So, yeah, we'll just go to the operations tent then.
Here's my question.
Yeah.
Does this look like the camp that Archaea was in at the end of the story arc?
Similar, a lot smaller in scale, since it's a lot smaller scale of an incident.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. But yeah, similar. It's very, very similar.
Okay.
You kind of see. Yeah.
All right. Then
Yes.
Archaea is following the group.
All right. So Chauncey sort of saunters over to the operations tent. As you enter inside, you see kind of a couple of different, FBC agents, and with kind of light Kevlar vests over them with FBC letters kind of printed on it, kind of gathered around a table. They look to be pointing at a map, kind of making tactical decisions. One of them kind of stands almost full head above the others. It's kind of this tall, bulky, slightly tanned man with wavy brown hair, wearing a same Kevlar vest with the FBC printed on it. And he kind of sees you guys enter, and he's like, hello. Can I help you?
Yeah. My sister sent us here to help out. Where can we help you?
Oh, you mercenaries.
Yeah.
Oh, well, pleasure to meet you. He kind of extends one of his hands. He's like, I'm Parker Luciani with the FBC. I'm the supervising officer here at this camp.
Quick
I
question.
extend my hand. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, he shakes your hand, Chauncey.
Oh, no.
How much do we know about the FBC?
You would have heard from the news cycles over this time, that they're the sort of federal agency in charge of bioweapons incidents.
Right, that's pretty much it, though.
Yeah, for the most part, that's what the general public knows. That's the extent of their knowledge. And it would be pretty common knowledge by this point.
Yeah.
So Archaea's gonna do a classic Archaea move and walk up and be like, extend hand. Hi, my name is Archaea. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you, Archaea. And he shakes your hand as well, kind of looks around at all of you. He's like, I guess you know my name. Mind if I get all of yours?
I would have said my name whenever I shook
Oh,
his
yeah,
hand.
yeah. So he knows you're Chauncey, you're Archaea.
Emil.
Well, Guitar Oswald.
Pleasure to meet all of you. So,
Me too.
how much do you all know about what's on the other side of this encampment?
Oh, we're all survivors of Raccoon City.
Oh, well, that experience will certainly come in handy. But I mean, in this particular circumstance, have you been informed of the details?
No.
right.
We haven't really. So,
Well,
yeah, fill us in with what you have, and we can work from there.
We got a small briefing. No details.
good to know. So, well, what we do know is that there's been a small outbreak of the T-virus. Investigations seem to suggest that it might have something to do with local warring gangs. Lots of crime syndicates apparently have been trying to get their hands on the virus in Raccoon City. So we're not sure what exactly was the direct cause. Maybe it was turf wars, maybe something else, but nonetheless, we are dealing with T-virus creatures here.
Do you have any names on those gangs?
Well, the main ones that warren this turf would be one. There's of course the Chicago outfit, which apparently has been around for a long time, and then there's the Feliciano crime family. And according to our contacts in the local police department, the Felicianos have expressed quite a bit of interest in their activities towards the bioweapons.
Great.
Archaea's just gonna stand there and facepalm.
Yes, I suppose we should have figured this type of thing would only be a matter of time. Here, have a look here. And he kind of directs you towards the central table that him and the other agents were gathered around a moment ago, and the others have kind of scattered off to either some of the corners of the tent or left entirely. And he's like, this is kind of map overview of the area. This is Lawrence Avenue is the main street heading through here. That's where we're at right now, on the sort of western end. And again, it's only about a 3x3 block area that has been quarantined for this outbreak. So, thankfully, we've managed to evacuate a fair number of citizens from the area, so we shan't expect too much in the way of infected. This apartment complex right here on Lawrence and Kenmore has been entirely evacuated, though these townhouses farther north, they may still have survivors. We're not sure.
Do you have any idea of estimated population?
Well, like I said, thankfully we're able to get out ahead of this one, and only a few infected were around when we started evacuating, so we estimate no more than a few hundred infected inside at most.
Pretty small scale.
Yes, if you've been to Raccoon City, it's definitely a lot smaller.
So you guys only seen just infected? Have you seen creatures that you can't explain?
Well, a few police units have been in and out, a few of our agents as well. For the most part, they report infected, zombies, the Crimson Heads as they call them, things like that, but there have been a few special exceptions. There have been sightings of some unidentified bioweapons in the city. It seems some of those may have been deployed as well. It might be a Raccoon City sort of situation where the outbreak wasn't entirely intentional, but it's being capitalized on to release some weapons.
Are we talking things that weren't in Raccoon City, or?
Yeah, nothing that we've been able to get a solid identification on. definitely doesn't sound like anything that's been reported before.
Okay, so hearing this and being briefed by Cambria, it's a little bit, RK is going to look directly at Parker and say, what do you know about the beast?
That was the other special exception we received in our reports. There was some sightings of a man in sort of tactical gear running around, killing lots of infected, so not a problem for us, but we're not sure quite what his motivation is. When that was reported, it set off some alarms with some of our higher-ups. You know, the FBI was particularly interested, given that this individual is apparently near the top of their most wanted list.
And as he says, I don't know what his motives are, RK is going to pipe up and be like,
and
I
as
do.
soon as she does that, Emil's gonna put his hand over her mouth.
And she bites him.
And I will stab you.
Okay.
You do
maybe
not
she
bite
won't
me.
bite.
If we've had this conversation, Archaea.
He looks at Emil and she's like, look, we can help them. Why aren't we helping them?
Yes, we're here to help them. That's what we're doing.
Well, we can't help them if we don't give them all the information that they need.
They have all the information they need.
No, they don't. There's a man running around the city, killing not only infected.
Emil's gonna drop down to her height and then just look her in the eyes and say, there's a thing called chain of command. You will come to know this eventually.
She kind of grits her teeth and closes her mouth.
This man knows everything that he needs to know. We know everything that we need to know.
He could help us.
We're here to do our job, and he's here to do his job.
She, in typical teenage fashion, she's going to roll her eyes and walk away.
And Parker's just sort of standing off to the side awkwardly, just like families. So, with all of you here, this presents a good opportunity for some extra firepower. So what we need you for is to see if you could go in, of course, kill as many infected or bioweapons as you can, and more importantly, try and rescue some civilians while you're in. The payout for this job will be $4,000 for getting in and out in one piece, and another 1,000 for every civilian that you rescue.
Sounds good. Do you know which area you saw that man in?
He's been sighted all over the place. We're not sure where he can be.
All right.
Again, it's a pretty small area though, so if you look around you may be able to run into him, so I don't know if I would recommend it. He seems heavily armed and well trained, and he doesn't seem to be as near as the reports have shown. Alright. So, any more questions?
Yeah. You have a weapons tent at all?
If you need some more armaments, I can direct you towards our munitions officer. He's in the armory tent just over there, and kind of points out the door, and you see another tent off directly, kind of adjacent to this one.
Alright, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I think we lost Doc again.
Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah.
But in either case, we know he's on follow,
yeah.
so...
What were you asking about again? I missed that. I was looking at...
she was asking about...
weapons.
Yeah, weapons.
Weapons? Okay.
Yeah, he pointed you over to the munitions tent. He's like, ask for Clyde. He's the munitions officer.
Okay, never mind. I guess that answers.
So yeah, she's like, well, thank you. I'll be heading over there now.
Yeah, not a problem.
I think we'll all be headed that way. Drag Chauncey by the elbow. No, I'm just kidding.
So as we're walking out, the guitar is just gonna kind of get in front. You're gonna get a little ways away from the tent. He's gonna get in front of Emil, just kind of like. So, And they say that they haven't seen anything like those creatures before, not since Raccoon City. Which means that the rumors I heard might be true.
You heard rumors.
Yeah. Well, I'm working over at the university and just kind of doing my own little things on the side. I got myself into a little bit of the bioweapon area. Nothing to work in, of course, but just keeping head low and ears open for things.
When she says that, Emil's gonna just make sure no one's around to listen.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Arkea's already walked off, so you don't have to worry about her.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Like Arkea's fine. I'm talking about military personnel who heard that one of their mercenaries might potentially be working with bioweapons.
Oh, yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Perception check.
Just want to make sure that we're not going to be overheard by anybody who's keeping around.
Keep forgetting your bonus is so high. So you look around, you see a couple of sentries pass by. So you kind of drag Katara a little bit out of earshot of them, but you seem to be in the clear.
So you've been working on bioweapons then?
I haven't been working on anything. I've just been keeping my ear to the ground.
But you're involved in the that kind of community though right now.
Not fully. But there were some rumors that I was able to.
Oh, wait.
There were some rumors that I heard of new viruses coming from Umbrella.
They're still active. That can't be good.
They're dwindling. Don't get me wrong. But they're still keeping their. Oh yeah.
Well, still, even if they're dwindling, they're a lot bigger than what we previously thought they were. So I'm not sure how much dwindling is going to make a difference.
I don't know, but I don't have anything concrete because I wasn't able to get farther than what I was hoping to do. But there was talk of more of an advanced T virus out there. And the G virus is also out as well. T virus, G virus, and a few other things in the black market.
Being actively circulated?
Yeah.
Damn it.
That's probably how crime syndicates manage to get their hands on it, because it's in the black market at the moment.
So anybody can get a hold of these weapons now.
That's what it looks like.
Alright, well, looks over at Chauncey and is just like, well, looks like we might be employed for a little bit.
So, Arkea,
Where did Arkea go off to?
She's kind of wandering about the camp. It's not a very big area, so especially there's just enough to like blockade one street. But yeah, Arkea, after looking around a bit, you do see kind of a tent that seems to be getting set up for that purpose, but it's not fully erected yet.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over. Do I see anybody that looks to be in that field?
Not quite yet. Looks like some supplies and stuff are still being brought in. Okay. And just like a bunch of busy workers, kind of setting up the physical labor of setting up a tent.
She walks away, disheartened.
Like after this conversation happens, so I think this is going to be happening previous, but after this conversation happens between Emil and Katara, Emil wants to go look for Arkea.
Okay. And again,
she's probably coming back by then.
Yeah. So you guys kind of meet up, kind of in the center of this camp area.
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go to the tent.
All right, heading to the munitions tent.
Emil's gonna say just like shop around for me. I'll be right back.
Oh no.
All right. So you enter into the munitions tent and you see this sort of kind of rather short and scrawny man, looks to be in his late 20s with a kind of buzz cut blonde hair, dressed in the padded garb of a technician type, and he kind of looks at you and is like, "Hey, Who are you?
I was sent here by, oh god. I was sent here to look for Clyde.
Ah, well, you found Clyde. What can I help you with? Is the armory, so...
Yeah, that's what we're here for. The mercenaries. Heading out.
Mercenaries. Yeah, well, I'm the munitions and requisitions officer, so I'm the one who kind of organizes the weaponry around here. If we're going to be letting stuff go to mercenaries, we do so for a fair cost.
Okay. Hopefully the others should be here soon, but I'm here to see if you have any launchers.
You see kind of over his shoulder, he kind of looks back at like this grenade launcher. It looks to be like a pump action grenade launcher of some sort. And he's just like, I'm afraid of all our inventory. That one's not for sale.
Really? Why is that?
Well, to be frank, we kind of need it. It's the only one we have in our inventory, so...
You need it? Have you... Wait a minute.
Well, you know, reserving it for people in-house.
She's just... Shit.
Got deep pockets.
How... So let's say that I was... So let's say that somebody on house came looking for a grenade launcher. How much would you be giving that to them for?
Well, for our own staff, we just, you know, let them have access to the armory as need be. The sales are only for mercenaries, private contractors.
I see. So if I were to hand you, let's say, 10,000.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh man!
Oh man, no!
That's a lot of money to throw down. Just so you know.
That's a lot of money.
I'm back, by the way.
Welcome back.
I take it my message didn't send through before I left. I did send the message.
Not if it was on Roll20.
So.
Yeah, it was. It's not on there.
Alright. So that's 14 for your persuasion?
Yep.
He kind of looks at you and kind of trying to get a read on you, and he's just like, "Make it 15,000 and we'll talk."
You better be buying that.
She's like, so if I were to make it 15,000, would I be able to keep it?
I mean, you certainly could. If you were to offer a check for 15,000.
A check for 15,000, huh?
Hypothetically speaking.
Have you looked at this gun? Or are you just like... You don't
like,
even know what the stats of this weapon is.
So, no, she's just like... So let's say I do cut a check for that. Can I take a look at the weapon real quick?
Let's see, with your persuasion check... I mean... If you're wanting and you're willing to pay that much for it, I'll say hands off the merchandise until you pay up.
Quick question: where did Chauncey go?
You're probably in there too.
I'd imagine you're in here as well, in the armory tent with the munitions officer.
Like, the quick recap. Are we about ready to head into town?
Yeah, about to.
No. Oh, are we?
I mean,
so. Well,
you,
I mean,
you can pretty much go in whenever you want. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Chauncey's not going to be there. He's going to be going and gearing up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Obviously,
I imagine you're
driving his gear.
Yeah, I'd imagine you're getting all your armor and stuff back on.
Yeah. Also, yeah. I mean, I have I don't have very many weapons, so I imagine I can just carry that with me into the camp, right?
Oh, and plus you got heavy armor as well to put on, don't you?
You're right, I do.
Because that takes like 5 minutes, I think, to don
Yeah.
heavy armor.
So like both of our armors are in the back.
Hmm.
You clip my you clip my back straps. I'll clip yours.
So she's just kind of like, and she's just like, all right. So 15,000 for that. Is that coming with ammo?
Yeah, I'll come with a full load, yeah.
You have any extra ammo with you, or is that just about it, though?
Yeah, that's just about it, but could probably
That's fine.
put in a request for some more 40mm rounds.
She just kind of walks up. She's like, "Fine, I can cut you a check for 15,000." Though.
All right. You see this kind of smile
that
creep across
sounds
his
like-
face.
That sounds like a lot, dude. Like,
Yeah, but that's still not hurting me too much.
I get that, but like, I feel like I could probably come in and intimidate him after I don my outfit.
Because like there was some time.
5,000.
There was some time, so I think you would have like.
Yeah, I think you're in gear by this point. While you know Emil was off talking to Katara and whatnot. So
I want to be able to just like bust
Like,
in the door.
just standing
So
behind
okay,
him.
yeah. So
yeah, what are you doing, Chauncey? I mean, just tell us what you're doing.
I'm
You're
gonna
in
walk
gear.
up in the midst of them about ready to hand over the $15,000 check. I'm gonna grab the check and let me see this. Let me see this. Let me just
That's
see this, and I'm gonna give him like a stare down of intimidation. Just a
Yeah, go ahead and make an
cold
intimidation
stare.
check.
$17.
Oh, this is just like, you see him about to rebuttal, but he just kind of, you're able to basically just like barge through before he says anything, and he's just like, he doesn't stop you.
Yeah, let me see this here. Let me see this here rocket launcher you got here.
And you see this kind of grenade launcher hung up on one of the racks, the wall racks. Looks to be a pump action grenade launcher.
You want 15,000 for that?
I mean, I'm not supposed to be letting it go, so yeah, you're gonna have to compensate me for my troubles. Like I said, that's the one item in here that's not for sale.
Who's his superior? Is it Parker?
Yeah, that would have been Parker who you were talking to earlier.
That's his superior? All right, I'm gonna go walk and talk to Parker.
Alright, you walk back to the operations tent, and he's just like, oh, yeah, welcome back. Didn't expect to see you again so soon.
Yeah, I'm having a problem here. I need some weaponry, and your gentleman's finding it a little bit hard to give out certain things, and I would like you to come and assist me in getting some of our ammunitions.
Yeah,
And
well,
I would like to drag him out.
Yeah, along the way he's explaining to you, just like, well, I mean, he is qualified to sell some of our armory to private contractors, so, you know, if you pay the price, then he should be able to give you what you need.
I'm feeling it's a little steep of a price.
Alright, so you
then,
drag him into the armory tent.
Yeah. Like, okay, so help him with his troubles. He's telling me that it's going to cost $15,000 to purchase this weapon. But we can just use it for the short amount of time, clean up all the mess that we're here to clean up, and then you won't have to use it. You can reacquire it at the end.
And he kind of glares at Glide. He's just like, yeah, I thought that one is not for sale. And he's just like, oh, no, of course it's not. I mean, I would never dream of, you know, giving that one away. So, make a persuasion check.
Oh no.
Persuade.
Where's Archaea?
Yeah, where's that? Where is Archaea? Is she in this room? Is she gonna give me some? Give me a little bit of
Well, I mean, you still have your inspiration.
Trained by Emil right
What
now.
the fuck? It's a 2. That's not very persuasive.
And
you
Parker
still have a
looks
D6 if
around.
you want to add it.
Yeah, for all the good old do. But yeah, Parker kind of looks around and he's just like, I think there seems to be some sort of misunderstanding. This part of our inventory is not for sales. This is for FBC agents exclusively. And
I have a question.
Yeah.
I guess this is to Emil or me, I guess. What is Arkea's current situation right now?
I went to go have a quick conversation with her, but then everything happened.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so we could say that conversation sort of takes place simultaneously.
Okay. So are we gonna have this conversation, or?
Yeah, let's just finish up this scene real quick.
Okay. All right. Sure.
But yeah, so Parker says that, and he's just like, kind of gives a stern look.
We're just like.
Because you need to be in that part, because like the conversation would have happened, so you can be there, and then we'll rewind.
Okay.
And then
all right.
Because this.
So
well, you'll kind of get there, yeah, on the aftermath of it. You see, because like Parker, he kind of gives a stern look to Clyde, and is just like, and then he just kind of walks out of the tent, and as he walks out, Arkea, that's when you arrive.
Okay. Oh, God. She's gonna, seeing that he's a little, I guess, a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Irritated? She's going to stop him. She's gonna stop Parker and be like, what's going on?
Nothing. They're just trying to, those friends of yours, or your crew, I should say, they've been trying to acquire some arms that were not ready to give away.
I see. Well, leave it to my group. She pats him. How tall is he?
He's a bit taller than you. Yeah, he's pretty tall.
Okay.
And just like this white kind of bulky
like
dude.
6 foot, or?
I tried to get an exact height from the wiki, but he looks really tall. You've seen him next to Jill.
Okay.
He's a decent height.
Okay, we're talking about that Parker. Okay.
Well, Parker Luciani, yeah, of the FBC.
Okay. All right. She's gonna just kind of pat him on the shoulder and walk away. Walk towards into the tent with the others and be like, "What are we trying to do?"
At this point, Clyde's just kind of like, well, seeing as I'm under a bit more heat now, I think that price is going to have to increase to $20,000 if I want to get this done subtly.
Lord have mercy. Okay. Arcade's just going to walk up to wherever he is and be like, what are we trying to do here? I'm very confused. I'm sorry. What? She's just pissed off. So she walks up to Clyde and she's like, listen, I don't know what's happening here, but I just ran into Parker outside and he didn't seem very happy.
Well, that's because he knows about the little persuasion your friends are trying to lay on me right now.
And that is?
Well, they're trying to essentially bribe me to let this valuable piece of FBC munitions go.
Uh-huh. And Parker told you not to sell it, I'm guessing?
Yeah. I mean, he's the man.
I see. So, here's what's gonna happen. Here's what's gonna happen. You're going to either hand over the gun at the price you originally stated, whatever that was, and we're going to leave. We're going to go clean up this damn mess, and then we're gonna come back and we'll give you the gun back. Just deal with it. And she's slamming her hands wherever she can, and she's pissed off.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, the one thing I'm good at. Oh, goody. Oh, please be good. All right.
Would Chauncey have left the tent during all this? Because, like, didn't feel like he really needed to be there.
Chauncey's wherever you want him to be.
Yeah. I would have liked to have followed Parker back to the other tent and discussing things with him in the background.
All right, so 23. And he just kind of looks about it all. He's just like, between Arkea and Katara, and he's just like, all right, the original agreed upon price And you promise to bring it back.
Yes.
Do we get the money back? Like,
All right, that sounds like a fair deal. Sounds good to me.
She's just like,
The original agreed on price was 10,000, was it not? No.
Oh no. She shoots a look at Emil.
Emil's not there.
Oh, Emil.
Emil's
Yeah.
getting dressed.
Yeah.
she's like, okay, so how does it work? We give you the money, you lend it to us, we bring it back. Do I get the money back, or?
Nah.
She just walks out.
Oh god.
She just walks out laughing. She's just like, who the fuck are you?
Arkea walks out with Katara and she's like, look, I'm sorry. I blew up at the guy. I tried to help you.
No,
Sorry.
it's fine. Some people are just stingy.
I'm in a mood.
It's fine.
It'll pass.
Again, some people are just stingy with things. They want people to clean up work for them, and then, you know.
Yeah. I kind of know how that is.
I don't know. I'd say on my end, I'd probably just, if I couldn't get the things I wanted, I'd just bail. To be honest.
Yeah.
But whatever.
I have a question for you. Did Malkaya actually, not Katara. Is grenade launchers the only thing she has proficiency with?
That, flashlights, and unarmed attacks, yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I was gonna give her Arkea's baton.
Ooh.
She gives it to you anyway. Even though you don't have proficiency with it. She just gives it to you anyway. Take this.
Yeah, what do you have on you?
Oh my god. She pulls out the stun gun and she says, I got this.
Ah, that's right. Maybe you should keep the baton with you just in case.
Okay. And
But
she takes the
thank you.
baton and she puts it in her backpack.
She's like, but thank you.
Of course. You're like the sister I never had.
Oh,
Gotta protect my assets.
Pat's head.
Why does everybody pat our kids' head? I mean, she is 5'2". She's pretty short.
She's 5'2", it's not very short.
Actually, it's only 2 inches taller than I am. But anyway, so
It's all tall Miko.
Well, short.
She'd be really short.
Yeah.
Remember face.
yes,
Hear that guy,
I
he
am
doesn't
short.
exist.
Yeah, gonna be mind the side talk here.
I'm
So
sorry. So she walks back to wherever Emil and Chauncey went, if they're in the same area.
all right. So Chauncey, you're over talking to Parker.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, so you're-
I wanted to have this conversation for like 10 minutes now.
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. So yeah, rewinding back to what happened while that whole ordeal was going down in the armory. What was Emil saying with Arkea?
So Emil catches up with Arkea, and he. This is right after we talked with Parker. So
Yeah, this would have been right after that.
Yeah. So he kneels down in front of her and he says, "All right, listen, Arkea. I'm sorry I had to do that, but not everybody needs to know who or what you are.
Oh,
Nobody needs to know why we are here except to do work. The only people who need to know who, like, our relationship to this beast, to your dad, is you and us. The only people who need to know that is our relationship to him."
look. I know that you're trying to be a protector or whatever, but listen. I have an obligation to these people. If
Which people?
everyone in this Uptown neighborhood. Because he's my father. He's running around trying to find me and killing people while he doesn't.
He's only killing people from Umbrella. He's not killing innocents.
That we know of.
He's only killing people from Umbrella. He's not killing innocents.
That we know of.
I know them.
You do. Well, unless you had a previous conversation with the man, I don't see how that's possible.
No, but I have people trailing him. Or at least they're trying to.
Wait a minute. You have people trailing him.
At least we're trying to. That's how I know where he is.
And you thought to tell me when?
When I found out, which was yesterday.
I see. Well, a lot has happened in my life since you went off to Oxford. I think it was Oxford, right? It was Oxford.
Yes.
Okay.
Right, European school, right?
I was making sure that it was Oxford.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot has happened to me as a person since you left for Oxford. And we didn't get a lot of time to catch up before this whole thing went down.
Yeah.
But just so you know, for a couple years, well, a year and some change, I was a normal person. A normal human being on the face of God's green earth. I was a normal person. I went to church every Sunday. I cooked. I cleaned. I played guitar. I had a boyfriend. I did everything that normal girls my physical age do. And now I'm back in this mess.
You didn't have to come.
Yes, I
You don't do a very
do.
good job of putting the mind.
You don't understand. Why so? Because if I don't, the more people that Aidan isn't going to stop until he finds me.
Yeah. And
Once
you
he
need to not
finds
be
me,
dead when that happens.
why?
Why do you think?
Swoogity, swoogity.
If he finds out you died in an infection caused by Umbrella, you think he's just gonna, roll over and take it?
Well, he'll kill every last person in Umbrella until Umbrella's extinguished completely.
And they're probably better off for it. But
And honestly, I don't care.
that's what I've said.
Umbrella is a terrible, terrible company.
But you and him need to be with each other. At least know that that you all exist.
Right.
Although Umbrella will
And
be a second
you
company.
and him are the only people who need to know, and everybody in our group are the only people who need to know
Okay.
that he is your dad.
But the thing,
They've had-
okay, the thing is though,
We're
is
still
the
looking for him.
government
We're not
already
stopping.
knows.
Yes, exactly. He does not. The less people who know, the better. And he
How do
points
we
off
know
Parker.
he doesn't know? How do we know that he doesn't know? He could be bluffing through his teeth.
All right, go ask him. Go tell
Fine,
him. Go tell him.
I will.
Go tell him
And
that
she
the thief
walks
is your
off.
father.
She walks off.
All right.
She walks
so,
off to Parker.
Well, so at this point, you pass him by on the way to the armory,
Yeah.
and then you run into the armory and yell
Yeah.
at that guy, and then you go back out. So, in the meantime, Chauncey was caught
Yeah.
up with Parker while you were inside the armory.
Yep.
So, okay, I wanted to discuss with him what it would take to gain access to being able to use that launcher on this mission.
I'm afraid it's, like I said, just for FBC staff. If you want to be able to use it, then perhaps you could go through a formal application process. It would certainly cost us less than hiring you as freelance, but that will be something that takes time.
Well, knowing that you don't have time and I'm willing to join, how about I start the application process? You let me do this, clean up shop, prove myself, and then we'll move on from there.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Oh, I need to boost my persuasion because I'm good. Chauncey's terrible.
Your bad cop isn't in the shop.
Yeah. He kind of. Now, I'll say for the sake of argument, you do still have your encouragement if you want to use it.
Oh, I actually got the encoragement? Or?
Yeah.
Okay, how does that work again?
After
Add a
you roll
D6.
a d20, you could add a d6
Yeah.
Okay,
So that's a yeah.
if you want.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That's perfect. That's exactly what you need.
Okay, yeah. So he just kind of looks at you for a bit. He's just like, all right, if you think it's very imperative to your mission here, and you say you're willing to sign up with us, then perhaps I will allow you to take it in with you this time around. And if you do complete the application process, then maybe you may have freer access to these kinds of munitions on future jobs.
All right. And then I'll fill out whatever paperwork I can do or have to do. And then move along to going and retrieving said rocket launcher.
Or grenade launcher.
I call them. They're all the same to me. But I'll tell them you're not making a mistake. Trust me. This is what I do. This is me. This is what I do.
Is that application to join the FBC? Or
Yeah. I'm assuming.
is that for
that's what you're
just
asking.
him?
I mean,
yeah.
for the time being, it's just him, yeah.
For me. Yeah, just for me. It's not like I'm signing the whole group up. It's just me.
All right.
Yeah. And
Do I do that?
I mean, probably
No,
not, given your position.
I'm
You're
by
not
the car
there.
getting
You're not
dressed.
there. So as you kind of exit that tent, you kind of hear Parker say something over the radio, and then you head back to the armory.
What did he say over the radio?
It just sounded like he was saying
it.
ahead to Clyde to let you have it.
Okay.
God.
And then I'll go up and retrieve it.
Or this
So
grenade
I'll
launcher.
and then I'll
So you kind of walk in, Clyde's like, and just kind of takes it off the rack.
with
Just
a
like
big
hands
old
it over.
smirk, just a smirk at him. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm going to be FBC.
All right.
And for inventory's sake, can I just carry it, or should I give something to Katara currently? Because I don't really want them watching me give her the rocket launcher right then and there. Or the grenade launcher, I'm sorry. Give her the launcher right then and there.
They would know she's with you, so it'd probably be...
Oh, okay, yeah, then, all right, I'll just hand it.
So,
They
Katara,
know why you're signing up.
Katara, you see Chauncey waltz over to you with that grenade launcher in hand.
And she's just like, what? Huh? What? Wait, what happened?
I won't charge you 15. Don't worry about it.
She just like smiles and gives him a hug. She's like, the launching.
And Chauncey gives the awkward dad hug back, because that's what he's known for, is the awkward dad hug.
And you're in full armor.
And
it's
I'm
true.
full armor.
It's true.
It's like, it's okay. Don't you worry.
All right.
Now, what else is there available here now that I'm at FBC, working with the FBC?
You kind of look around the armory.
Yeah.
And Clyde's just like, well, we got some M16 assault rifles, H&K VP-70 handguns.
I'm doing a task.
And we got
I
some
dropped
tactical
it to lowest
flashlights.
difficulty, so I can just print stuff as quick as possible.
Don't you, is Emil there currently?
I'm getting dressed by the car.
You're still getting dressed? Can I look at the M16 stats?
Yeah, he kind of hands it to you.
pistol
Yeah,
stats?
you could handle them a bit to kind of get the hang of their stats a little bit. Here, let me get those up.
Yeah, that and the pistol as well.
All right.
And I'm a ponder over this if you want to move along.
All right. Anybody else doing anything? I'd say at this point, Emil's gotten into his armor.
Yeah, so probably just gonna head out and look for the guy. What's his name again?
Parker?
Parker. After I get
That's
dressed,
where
I'm gonna go
Archaea
look
went.
for him.
So.
Yeah.
Oh wait, there.
Archaea went there first, so I'll probably hit there after Archaea.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay, you find your way to Parker.
All right. He's in the tent, I would assume.
Yeah, he's in
tent
the
that we-
operations tent
All right.
still.
How many people are in the operation tent, excluding Parker?
Looks to be him, one other agent, just sort of all geared up. They look to be having some sort of planning conversation.
Okay. All right, so they're not okay. Archaea goes over to Parker and she's like, "Hey, can I know that my group has been incredibly irritating, and I'm sorry, but can I borrow you for a quick 5-10 minute conversation?"
Very
It's vital
well.
and important.
Okay. He dismisses the agent, who kind of leaves the tent.
Alright.
Real quick. How many rounds do I have at the moment for explosive?
It's loaded in with a full magazine, so that should be 3, I think, for that one.
Okay.
In addition to whatever else you might have already. I don't know if you have any more 40mm rounds left over, but
No, I don't. I did not.
Yeah. Yeah, so just the 3 rounds in it.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
So, real quick, I'm also going to take both M16 and the H&K,
All right.
Oh,
and I'm going to walk over to my vehicle, and I'm probably going to start organizing my inventory.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, good to know.
Real quick though, Emil, do you have the 2 bullets or room for your 2 bullets of the 7.76 ammo that we had last episode? I don't remember if I get
7.62?
back to
Yeah, I have room for it. Yeah.
Did you take the 2 bullets? Is what I'm asking.
If you don't have it, then I probably have it. I didn't write it down, but I'm sure I'll have it.
I have it currently written down,
Oh.
but if you can take it, that or
I'll
it
take
can
it.
stay in the truck.
I'll take it.
Okay. That'll clear up one spot. That's good.
I'm actually really surprised that chest loot doesn't.
So, as you were, okay?
so as I was okay. So she looks down and she's like, "Okay, so this is incredibly hard to say, but that man running around the city, killing infected, or as you said, they're no enemy to you, but I know exactly who that man is.
Is that right?
Yes.
Well, I mean, the FBI's most wanted is a very publicly published list. So, lots of people do.
I mean, I know him on a personal level.
Is that right?
Yes.
What do you know?
Do you have a medical tent? And do you have doctors on staff?
Well, we have a medical tent that's currently being set up. It should be all up and running before the end of the night. Or before the end of the day. It's early morning right now. Forgot.
Okay. Well, then I can give you all the proof to the conversation we're about to have later. But he is my biological father.
I'm sorry?
Yes, he's my father.
This man is your father.
Yes.
And when was the last time you saw him?
Never.
But you know he's your father.
Okay. So, obviously you know Umbrella.
Everybody does at this point.
Alright. Well, then I start at the beginning. I was born in a facility to my mother, Yuko, and my father, Aidan, which is who you say is the Beast. My father was taken out and trained to be in a USS, and my mother was left to be a lab rat. And, well, when I was born, I suffered the same treatment until Raccoon City. Well, 6 months before Raccoon City. And then I found the group that I am currently in. And Emil, the man that tried to keep me quiet because he thinks that the only people that need to know is me and our group, but I think that it's much more imperative if we get people that can help us, or at least warn people.
Warn the people about what?
Well, Aidan isn't just killing infected. He has targets. Human, living, breathing targets. Not infected. He's going after people and killing them.
I see. Well, I am not the most up-to-date on the information about him, but that will be kept in mind.
He's killing Umbrella, basically.
Oh.
On scientists.
Well, sounds to me like he's doing our job for us.
Yes, but he's doing it for the wrong reasons. He's not doing it just to kill Umbrella. He's doing it to find me. He wants me. If you have any information as to where he was last sighted, I need you to tell me.
I've already told you all I know. He was last sighted inside this neighborhood that has been contained for the outbreak.
Okay. I believe you. You government people. She laughs a little bit, kind of lighten the mood a little bit. Well, watch your back, in any case.
Alright.
If he comes here, which I doubt he will, but if he does, don't tell him. Whatever you do, don't tell him that I was here.
Who?
Aidan. The Beast.
Alright.
Don't tell him I was here. Because if you do, he will, from his past track record, ransack the place looking for me. So just do yourself a favor. Don't tell him I was here.
Understood.
Okay.
So as soon as you exit the tent, he kind of ushers the other agent back in, but kind of turns back and goes over to some communications equipment and starts messing with that a little bit. So what are the rest of you doing?
I'm just messing around with this launcher. I'm like,
All right.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So anybody else doing anything, or are you guys?
I have a question.
Everyone's muted.
Not so much doing, just a question. Does it look suspicious?
Does what look suspicious?
Him going over to the communication device right after we had a conversation about sensitive information.
I mean, it looks like he's following protocol.
Okay. Then she doesn't care. She walks off and finds Emil wherever he is. I'm assuming he's getting there, actually.
I didn't hear that, but it would be known that there would be a medical thing being set up, right?
Yeah, you would notice that. You would see the tent with the kinda, the cross on it, kind of going up next to the armory tent.
That's okay. So that's probably where I'm heading instead of to him directly, because I just needed to ask him where that was.
All right, so you head there.
Is there anybody around?
Nobody besides guards, it looks like, so far.
No medical personnel.
No medical personnel yet.
Dang it! All right, I'm going to him then.
So you're going to Parker?
Yes, I'm gonna go to Parker, and probably this whole conversation has already happened.
No, yeah, and by the time you get to Parker, you see Archaea.
Yeah, so I'm going to intersect with Archaea at this point.
Yeah,
then,
yeah, so you would intersect with Archaea. So you head into the operations tent?
Yep.
All right, so as you approach the guard that he'd sort of ushered back in.
As I'm passing Archaea, I'm going to like put a hand on her shoulder as I pass by.
All right. And yeah, that guard sort of stops you at the front of the tent. He's just like, hold on, you can't be in here at the moment.
I'm sorry, I'm just, is there anybody I can talk to who's not busy? I just need to ask a couple questions about employment.
What, with the FBC? You looking to join up?
Well, I'm just wondering, because you guys seem to come here or you seem to be at the forefront of all the biological incursions, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, in fact, we are. I mean, there hasn't been a lot lately, but it seems this kind of work is becoming more and more necessary. Yeah.
Especially if gangs are able to get their hands on it. I imagine these things are just, flooding the black markets by now. So, I imagine this kind of work might become bigger and more dangerous. And I am a physician. I'm wondering if I can get a job as a medical worker for the FBC.
Oh, well, we could certainly talk about that. I mean, I'm sure we have some applications we can get you to.
Yeah, that's all I need, just an application.
I'll tell you what, as soon as you're heading into the infected zone right now.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Yeah, as soon as you're back, I'll let the boss know you inquired, and we'll see if we can hook you up with some applications.
All right, thank you, sir.
Good luck.
Nod and head back out to the group.
All right. So you all
Archaea
can gather at this point. All right. So you see kind of at the eastern end of the camp, there's a kind of makeshift gate composed of like wheeled fencing between like two sandbag walls, and it's kind of guarded by a couple of FBC soldiers.
Archaea's gonna go up and talk to them.
And just sort of look at you, very businesslike. In fact, they have like these kind of like, shields over their faces, so that you can't much see their faces, and they just sort of nod to you and just like
similar to Chauncey.
Yeah, a little bit. And I'm just like, ready to go in?
As ready as I'll ever be.
All right. Well, we don't want to keep this gate open too long, so whenever your whole crew's gathered, we'll just open it up and close it behind you.
We're all here, right?
Is everybody here at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know I am.
All right.
I've readjusted my inventory. I mean, unless you want me to read it to you, I just
it's
put
all
the
good.
assault rifle. I mixed all my weapons around. I am loaded. I'm ready.
Fully tactical kitted out, Chauncey.
Yeah. What are you carrying on you now? Because I don't think you have room to carry all the weapons you were carrying previously.
No.
Ones,
I put my personal assault rifle into the Suburban, so I am bringing the M16 with me.
Gotcha.
And I am taking the H&K. I'm taking the Colt. I have my bandolier, the shotgun, the M16, the Rhino, and the Karambit.
Gotcha.
And tactical glove to finish it off. So
good to know. All right.
One tactical glove?
I only have one tactical glove. I am Michael Jackson.
Oh my God.
We're ready to go. Let's go kill infected in style.
All right.
Let's do this.
So you guys head up to the gate, and then just sort of, if you guys are ready to go, they'll let you through.
All right.
Before we go, was there any ammunition I could acquire at the ammunition place?
Yeah, head back to the armory, and Clyde's just like, you again.
Just look at the your ammo selection. If I'm gonna go in, I might as well go in full.
Yeah, well, we've distributed it among quite a few people, so we only got so much left. What are you looking for?
What do you got?
I got all kinds.
I'm mainly interested in Magnum, but I'm having a really hard time finding that.
Unfortunately, we don't have any Magnum ammo on hand.
5.56 is what I'm looking for then.
All right. He gets you 30 rounds of that.
Cool. Thank you. And that'll be all. You won't see me until I come back.
All right. So, you head back over to the gate then?
Yeah, so I'll meet up with the rest of the group.
All right. So when they see you all gathered, they kind of nod to each other and just kind of drag the gate open and kind of rolls along the wheels as it kind of creates a little bit of an opening between the sandbag walls. And ahead of you, you see the long, desolate street of Lawrence Avenue continuing into the infected zone. And a crowd of zombies kind of amassed in the distance. That's probably going to be where we take our midpoint break. And when we get back, you guys get into the infected zone.
All right, Chicago, here we go.
Yeah. So don't go anywhere, everyone. We will be back in a jiffy. Hopefully not too long a break this time, because we took a rather extensive one on the last stream. But yeah, we'll be back. All right, so getting us back into things here. Last we left off, your group was starting to head into the infected zone in the Uptown Chicago neighborhood, which has fallen under a T-virus outbreak. As you guys head past the gates and the FBC guards kind of let you through and into the infected zone, as they've termed it, you see ahead of you Main Street, cluttered with a number of abandoned vehicles parked along either curb, and a few have been abandoned mid-street and kind of sit idle at haphazard angles. You see just like between them and among the shadows, it's still kind of pre-dawn at this point. The sun's going to be rising soon, but this kind of shadowy street in front of you, you see kind of moving out of various corners, some zombies here and there.
Is it dark enough that we have we can slink by quiet, in darkness?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, let me just to get you guys a quick visual.
Yeah.
So this is what we're looking at. So you guys are off the map to the west, about I'll say 100 feet or so.
Man, that map looks.
Yeah.
Hold
on, let me get it. Let me get it up on stream. Yeah. So. Of course, special thanks to Lauren for creating all of the assets that make the map making process easier. Lauren's recently started making map templates that have been a huge help for making stuff good looking real fast.
Sick.
Yeah,
so we're off to the west?
Huh? Yeah, so you guys are off the map along the main street, westward about 100 feet. Yeah, that way.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Are there any alleys we can dip through?
Let's see. Yeah, there would be some alleys kind of between the buildings, kind of on this. Let me get my pointer back out. This side of the street. So yeah, and that would kind of be able to get you over to the area that this street would lead along.
I'm gonna flame you all.
Guitar, now's not the time.
So the gates close behind you, and you're in the infected zone on your own. What are you guys doing?
Right.
Can I still stealth?
Yeah, I mean, are you guys stealthing?
Stealth.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone roll stealth checks.
Do we have to, though? Can we just say we are?
No. Oh. Yikes.
Yeah, we're not going to be doing very good because this armor.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Disadvantage for Chauncey and Emil.
Oh, okay, yeah, so he shouldn't even...
Oh, come on! Natural 20 on the disadvantage roll.
Oh.
That's...
I'm sorry, Lauren. But you still got higher than Archaea, so feel special.
Just barely, though.
Is Chauncey rolling?
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm checking out this new thing here.
Oh my god.
9. I wasn't really worried about it anyway.
So you guys attempt.
It was an option.
You guys attempt to stealthily kind of slip into one of the side alleys in your current position. And as you kind of move along, a few of you kick to the side some cans and bottles that are just kind of lying along the street. And in a Archaea, as you kind of try to follow suit and attempt to sneak by in the darkness, this pre-dawn darkness, just out of range of the nearest street light, you kind of stub your toe and kind of lose your balance and knock over a garbage can and just go. And
then I
some
try
of the
to
zombies,
catch her, but then I knock it around even more.
Yeah, exactly. And just like a huge clatter of mess, the zombies start to seem kind of alerted. You see some of them start moving around up ahead.
And at this time.
And now we run.
And now we run. Yeah, basically.
Where are we at?
We're over.
I want to pull my character out here.
You're off the map over yonder.
We're off the map.
Yeah.
So.
But you guys just, I would say probably not 100 feet, probably more closer to like 50 feet or something. So you weren't too far when you pulled into an alley that's just kind of left of this building.
Question. Is this... Hold on. Is this street... what was the street? Something street?
Lawrence Street. Or Lawrence Avenue.
Lawrence Street? This?
Yeah, that's Lawrence Avenue.
This is Lawrence Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And this is where all the stuff's happening, right?
Yeah, now this looks to be the quite densely populated little zone.
All right. Do we know, like, how far... because I think he did brief us, but
Yeah,
can I get a quick, like, recap of, like, how much is, like, affected?
I mean, so this whole general region in like a 3x3 block area is what's quarantined. He did inform you that you see this here is like an extremely kind of tall, building with kind of 3 parts to it. It's kind of got like a wide square base that looks to be occupied by a few places of business, and then like kind of 2 towering structures rising above them. And those, the structures above them, you get the sense are the apartment complex he was referring to that were thoroughly evacuated on this street. So there's.
Oh, so this one's empty.
Yeah, you would know there's probably not much in the way of survivors there. Yeah, as far as you know.
Okay. Where was the other like townhouses and stuff?
The townhouses, would have been north of here, so they would have been down this street.
Okay. I think we should head there first. Remember what we're looking for. We need to move fast. They're moving.
Oh yeah, they're running.
Moving
Our kids.
Dash.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys, given enough time, you guys could kind of sneak through the alleys again. They have no object permanence, as you've come to learn, and as soon as you guys disappear into the alley way down the ways, they kind of forget about you and stop giving chase. And even if they were to chase, you guys could easily outrun them. So you guys slip into the alleys and eventually pop out kind of farther northward along this street into what looks to be a kind of row of townhouses. You kind of go past a church with steps and pillars, and you kind of enter into this neighborhood of thin brick townhouses of various shades and colors, and there's kind of small gaps in between each one, leading to what look to be backyard areas.
All right. So, we are looking for... I don't remember that person's name, who he was looking for. Was it... No, it wasn't Samson.
Samson's
Aidan?
Aidan's name.
Yeah, no. Look through my stuff really quick. It was Simmons, right?
Simmons. Simmons and Walker.
Yep.
Elliot Walker.
Well, which one was what he was looking for right now? It was Simmons? Or was it Walker that he's looking for? No, it's Walker that he's looking for. Simmons is the other person.
I mean...
Walker is here. So we need to look for Walker. or
Simmons.
Aidan at the same time, hopefully.
Yeah. Got it. I think.
All right. Well, we just need to see if Simmons is, or if Mr. Walker is here. And looking at Qatar and Archaea, you would recognize him if you saw him, yeah.
Yep.
Would I?
Archaea, you would not recognize Walker. Qatar, definitely.
Okay.
And Archaea just goes, nope.
Guitar's like, yep.
All right. One is more than enough. All right, so we start looking through these townhouses to see if there are any survivors.
All right, as you kind of start moving along, you hear like a brief but rapid exchange of just coming from the second townhouse on the right.
Inside?
Yeah.
All right, we're going that one. It's just like, all right, that one.
You see, kind of, it has like a like. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You
I was
just.
gonna say guitar.
Wow. You don't say go ahead and then go ahead. So who's going around?
Arcadia just takes out her stun gun and her baton and holds one in both hands, or one in either hand.
Okay, good to know.
As she walks up to the house.
Yeah. I've got my my Garand out as well.
Gotcha.
I got my knuckle duster on.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, you see Arcadia just like, or rather Katara just brandish this like brass knuckle that she slips around her fingers. So you guys kind of head towards that house. You see it's kind of a got a plain white stone exterior, and it looks pretty. As you kind of approach it, and the door seems ajar. You guys enter in it.
Yep.
Well, not immediately. Not immediately.
I will enter with my Magnum and Gambit showing, but I will enter after everybody else has finished saying what they've said they're doing.
I'm staying in the back.
Oh, Arcadia's just going in.
And Bill's gonna put his hand on her and just like, all right, first,
oh god, not again.
We're in a war zone. Don't just walk into doors. Second, stay behind Chauncey. Just period. Like that's number two. It's not an option. You just stay behind Chauncey. I think everybody should probably stay behind Chauncey. Yeah? Yeah? Okay.
God.
But just be aware, dude, just don't walk face first through doors.
All right, so you have a marching order here. Is kind of Chauncey's taking point, Emil and Archaea in the middle, and Katara in the back.
I'm gonna take the back with Katara. So I think I might be. Katara, would you want to be in the back, or would you want me behind you?
I'll probably, since you have weapons, you'll probably take the back.
All right, so, and then I'll be third in the back. Wait, no, so I'll be in the back?
Yeah, you'll be in the back. Yeah.
Okay, so it'll be me, Katara, hopefully Archaea, and Chauncey.
Yeah, Archaea
and Chauncey in the front. All right. So Chauncey, as you enter into the home, the lights are kind of out, and you don't have much visibility here. So it's rather hard to see in front of you right now. Do you have any sort of flashlight or anything?
No, because I put my gun with the flashlight.
How dark is this place?
I mean, not dark enough for you because you have dark vision, right?
That's why I'm like, how dark is it? Like pitch black, or is it like
dimly lit?
It's probably. Yeah. Seeing as it's still pre-dawn, I would say this would be complete darkness.
Okay, cool.
But which means you could see it as dim light. So
yeah.
Does anybody have a flashlight?
You want to head back and get a flashlight at the?
How did we forget a flashlight?
Because I switched weapons. I didn't forget it. I have one.
Was that the only flashlight in the party before?
It was the only flashlight I had.
Oh, you know what? Because I forgot that I was gonna have Katara go out and look for an Oops. We would have had one, guys.
We're like about to breach this door, and we're like,
can we retcon that I pulled my flashlight off and stuck it in the M16? So I totally forgot that was a thing on my gun until I looked at it.
All right, we'll say, make an intelligence check real quick.
Yeah, because he would be looking at it when he's putting away. Like Chauncey is looking at the flashlight as he puts it away.
That's true.
Let's just see if he thinks to take it with him.
Intelligence is 0. Great.
No, you left that behind.
Great. Fantastic.
Yeah, at least it's out the way.
Arcana had a flashlight, but she gave it to Emil, and I never know what happened to it after that.
I don't have a flashlight.
Chauncey, make a quick investigation check.
Oh no.
You did.
Oh my gosh, is there?
This is a weird predicament.
Can I assist and investigate?
Yeah,
There we go. Those are the
well,
numbers
that's
I'm
good
talking about.
enough. So yeah, you
Okay.
feel around a bit. You find a light switch right on the inside of the door, right next to the door, and you flick it on, and you get a little bit of visibility in this hall, enough to light up most of the area. You see,
Forget we're in modern times.
kind of just inside of the building. It's kind of like a rundown interior with minimal furnishings. You see kind of drug paraphernalia is kind of scattered to a few corners, and you do see immediately in front of you needles, bongs, things like that.
Not the kind I'm looking for.
You do also see in front of you 3 bodies, each appearing to be young men in kind of street attire, wielding Glocks, kind of lying on the ground, riddled with bullet wounds and pools of blood. And they kind of,
Oh, good.
you see like a little bit of
Arcane's nothing out of that.
you see a little bit of a trail of the blood kind of leading back down the hall and into what looks to be a kitchen.
Do we know that they're dead?
They're not moving.
Okay, like, can I just like give like hand signals to Emil, like come here and check these guys, make sure they're dead,
Yeah,
and then I proceed forward.
Yeah.
Emil will see that, and he knows his job.
Yeah. You take a few moments with the bodies. Yeah, they're all dead or bleeding out, to the point that they'll probably be dead within seconds before you have time to treat anything.
Do I have are any of them like are they well enough to answer a question before they die, or are they just
no, they're not conscious. Not conscious.
Like, and they're like, they're pretty much, as soon as I get them, I was like, all right, this guy's gonna die in like 3, 2, 1, he's dead.
Yeah, that kind of critically wounded. Yeah.
Okay, so as soon as that happens, like, yeah. How many? There's 3.
3 of them, 3 bodies.
All 3 are dead.
All 3 are dead.
Yep, all dead.
As Chauncey,
Well,
as you
like, I'm up here down, like start to go down the hall, like follow the trail, just like peering around a little bit, but hear him say that they're all dead.
Well, I would like
Go
to
back.
make sure that Chauncey is always in front of me. So
yeah,
like
of
I would
course.
have it like
yeah. Well, he mentioned
I would have
you
him
would
like
signal
scout ahead
you.
first, probably.
Yeah. So, Chauncey, you're continuing down the hall. You look into the sort of.
When he stops me, like when
Just-
he says
yeah.
that they're dead, that
If I'm
you
gonna
know.
be moving up, I'll just I'm moving up. Chauncey moves up. We stop. I check him and I tell him right there.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah. So all right. Yeah. So these are dead. We needed to dispose of them before they turn.
Right. Like, are you checking for like head wounds and stuff like that?
They look dead from bullet wounds, or
Yeah,
just from bullet wounds.
pretty much just bullet wounds.
I think this is a gang hit, but we can't risk it.
Here are some
We
kind
don't
of
know how the
clattering.
infection happened.
Here's some clattering kind of in the back, and a little bit of commotion back there.
So do we quick finish? Do you do your surgical stab?
Can I do that really quick? Just make sure everybody's just
Yeah,
like
you can do that
heads
easy
are
enough.
cleanly removed from their bodies.
Yeah, you can do that easy enough, or just like kind of make a quick incision and just like make sure their brains aren't functioning at the least.
Yeah, just separate the spinal cord.
Yeah. All right. So you do
Really
that
quick,
really
just like-
quickly with your blade.
Yeah, it's a little bit more awkward now that I can't like surgically get in there with a knife. I've got this big old gun.
So I just got him.
I can take it off and just
Yeah, you can easily detach it.
Yeah, I'll just do a quick coup de grace and then just like drag them out of the way in case you have to run back this way.
All right.
Do they have anything in their pockets? Identification.
They have firearms, so we should check them for ammo at least.
Yeah, at least.
All right.
Anybody have like a flashlight attachment on their pistol?
It's still bright, or like
Yeah,
with
it's
the
still
light,
lit up
it
in
gets
this
all the way to
hall.
here? Okay.
Yeah.
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 In this hall.
Yeah.
The next hall we have to find the light switch.
Well,
Yeah,
because
Neil's gonna start looking through.
it's enough. It's a small enough space where the light kind of extends into the next room a bit, enough to give you visibility.
Emile's gonna start rummaging through a couple of their pockets, and she's like, "Hey, Katara, help me check these to see if they have anything on them."
I'll pat one
like,
down. You
all
said
right.
there's 3.
Yeah.
And she's going to help assist.
Yeah, they don't have much on them. You find a couple bucks between all of them, 10 in total maybe, but
That goes to Chauncey.
Yeah, and there you go.
That's the main goal.
I'm not gonna take any of the money, but I don't think Katara needs it. Do you? What's
how
the
much
split
money
of
is on
loot
him?
here?
You found about $10 between the 3 of them. They weren't carrying a lot. Between
I'll take
the Glocks seemed to be half empty. You could get 15 rounds between all of them.
I'll take $10.
Oh, you're gonna take it. You took my $10.
Split it.
Damn it.
And I'll take $5.
Like Emile just sitting there like, hey, split it.
You hear the
I
commotion
get it.
Split the loot.
kind of continuing in the back. You hear some muffled
Alright,
voices.
I'll get
Seems
up
quite-
and
sounds
start
quite heated.
seating that way.
All right, so you head into the.
I'll take that. Oh, never mind. I won't take the ammo.
Yeah, so you kind of head into the kitchen, and you see the kind of blood trails kind of becoming just bloodied footsteps, the kind of boot prints on the kitchen floor. And the kitchen seems to be clear, no hostiles in here, but it leads out into a back door, which is kind of hanging open, and there seems to be a backyard. In the
I have a
backyard.
question,
Yeah.
really quick. What's my current situation outside? Is it clear? Is it?
I would have, if we're moving forward, I would go out and make sure you would know, hey, we're moving on. You coming?
Yeah.
Are we going?
Well,
are
you
going
said
inside
you
with
said
us?
you were near the front in the marching order, so you would have been inside
Yeah.
at this time.
Yeah, but then she typed in a message
Yeah,
about
she.
it.
Yeah, she saw the dead
Oh,
bodies
okay.
and left.
I saw.
Yeah.
I see
She
now.
moped out.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, after the dead bodies. So, come on, we have to go.
But,
Unless you wanna
but
stay out here.
do we really want to know what did that?
Yes, that is why we are here.
Okay. Okay. She puts her weapons away, and now she just looks like she's ready to punch something in the face.
All right. So while
And
this
she's walking with him.
Punch somebody in the face with a taser.
while this conversation is happening, Chauncey, you're looking back out the back door.
Yeah.
And-
Can I stealthily do that?
Yeah, go ahead and make a stealth check real quick.
Oh boy.
Disadvantage still because your armor.
Oh, yeah. Hold on, let me cancel
Bad.
this check because I didn't put disadvantage on. New macro. It's something. Nope.
Oh, the exact same thing.
Oh god.
All
What
right.
did these rolls?
We're all gonna die.
So, yeah, he blew your natural 20 test rolling over the break too.
Yep,
So,
yep.
as you kind of approach the back, and as you kind of approach, you see kind of out the door, in the backyard, this kind of grassy backyard area, you see 2 men. One of them is this skinny white kid, looks to be in his early 20s, wearing kind of a beanie and a gold chain, and he's currently being held by the throat by a big, well-built man, and just all covered in black tactical gear and a gas mask over his head. And
Does black
Yep.
tactical gear look familiar?
it looks akin to some of the USS operatives you've seen before.
How
And
far away am I from him?
about 30 feet, and you kind of see him kind of holding him by the throat in this grass-covered backyard, and he's just like, "You distribute for the Feliciano family. Who's your bioweapon supplier?" And the guy's just struggling in his grip, just like, I don't know. Give me a name. And at this point, Chauncey, you kind of knock over a pan on a nearby stove, and clunk, 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 and immediately he kind of throws the guy to the ground and looks back into the building, and the man in the gas mask just kind of makes eye contact with you.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Can we specify that my armor has the face
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
on
yeah.
it? Or
But he
can
does
I
seem to.
slide that down?
Yeah.
and just make eye contact right back. Be like,
And at this point, you see him. He seems to be carrying like an M4 assault rifle. And he just raises it and just fires a quick burst at the wall next to you. It kind of splatters some drywall and dust into your face, and by the time you look back, he's already hopping over the fence and running for it.
can I dash? Should I pursue him and just be like, oh, wait, no!
All right, you're running, yelling that.
Yeah, just want to talk. Just charging full go.
All right, so we hear the.
You would have heard the gunshot at the least.
And then we hear Chauncey run off.
Yeah, hear him run off yelling, I just want to talk.
I have a question.
Huh.
How far away is Archaea?
You would have been coming back into the building with Emil at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but
Emil
yeah,
and me.
it's a short building. You could get through it in like one quick dash.
Emil.
Well, I was just wondering because I was wondering if I was there for him screaming at the other guy.
Yeah, we would have. Yeah, we heard that.
You guys probably would have heard much of that, at least the muffled version.
Emil goes from trying to like take Archaea and like trying to steer her around dead bodies, and then he like hears like gunshots, immediately attended to where that's happening. Hear Chauncey yell "wait," and he immediately runs to that door and just yells "Aidan!"
Oh my god! I was gonna ask, do we recognize his voice?
Well, we recognize the outfit.
I have no idea. I have no idea that this is happening. I'm just hoping that it's Aidan.
Oh.
Yeah. Emil's just like shouting that out, but at this point, you guys.
If I hear gunfire and then Chauncey not return fire, it's either Aidan or somebody else, and they don't care who Aidan is.
Yeah.
All right.
Basically.
So Chauncey, you run after him. Are you gonna try to hop the fence as well?
Yeah. I'm full on like old police mode. Chasing
All right. Yeah,
back.
it's a foot chase. Go ahead and make an acrobatics check.
Oh god.
Oh, here it comes. Do I get advantage since I used to be a police officer?
No.
Damn.
You're a detective.
It's okay because I roll.
Oh, man.
So you kind
I still
of.
would have hopped it.
Yeah, you kind of hop up to the fence and just sort of like Hot Fuzz style, just like impact against it and just sort of bounce right off, like, and don't get a good grip the first try, and you land back on that like kid that he threw to the ground, and he's just like with your heavy gear, and then you have to like get up, dust yourself off, and then try again before you're able to finally clear it, kind of throwing one leg over and just like before falling off on the other side.
Would I been able to like elbow check the kid while I was getting down? And he's like, oh, I'm like, oh, shut up.
Yeah, you just elbow check him right in the nose, and he's just like, oh, my nose.
Probably broke it.
All right, so
still got pursued.
So you keep running down the alley.
He's running. I see him start running. I don't see who he's chasing.
No, yeah, you see him hop the fence. Eventually.
I mean, I see him hopping. I'm just like, it's. And I yell out Aidan again.
All right.
As loud as I can. Aidan!
This music is killing me.
All right, so Chauncey, as you continue chasing down the alleyway, you see the figure in this heavy armor kind of just running back down the street and just like going back into that sort of main street that you passed by earlier. You kind of see him kind of clear that street. Some of the zombies you kind of see in the distance start moving, kind of giving chase a little bit and moving about. And he eventually clears to the other side of the alley with you kind of staying a steady distance behind, moving as fast as you can. Are you just continuing to chase?
Yeah, continue.
All right. I think at this point, you could kind of drag your mini into... Oop, that was my bad. Into this alley. There it is.
Oh,
I'm not there.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
So you're kind of in there. When he clears the street. So you continue running onward.
Yep. Where's he at?
So he's about right here.
Oh.
At this point in time. And he seems to be dashing really quickly as well, and kind of keeping the same distance away from you.
I'm gonna keep giving chase.
You keep giving chase.
Dash. Yep.
All
Dash,
right.
dash until I can. And I'm gonna keep hollering. I'm like, just give me a freaking second. I'm getting sweaty.
Make a persuasion check while you're running.
Can I intimidate?
Oh god.
This would be persuasion.
Oh damn.
While he's
Where
doing
is
that,
Arkea?
this is happening very quickly. I'm gonna look over at Arkea and Katara and just say like, follow him, and I'm gonna go to the kid on the ground.
Okay. You go to the kid on the ground. He's just like writhing. He's just like, oh my nose, man.
I'm gonna grab him and punch him in the face.
Don't. And he just kind of he seems to go like a little limp, like below you. He just like you might have like. He's a little punch drunk right now.
Yeah.
Aww.
You get the sense he might be sitting here for a bit.
Okay.
Did I knock him out?
Close enough to it, but.
Can I try to punch him again to wake him up? Or just slap him or whatever, but...
all right.
Yeah.
What about the rest of the Arkea? Katara, you guys do anything? All right. Make an acrobatics check as well. And at this point, you can make it another... we'll say you can make it another 60 feet for your full dash, Chauncey.
Okay. Oh.
I guess so. I'm hopping over the fence then.
All right.
To like go around.
Oh wait. I just need to.
Actually, no, yeah, like actually.
Look at
No, I see what you're doing.
12.
All right. So yeah, you're able to make it over. Oh, that's cool. It tells you the squares now too.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, and it's you have to use Q.
Q?
I had to figure.
Q?
Yeah, I hit space and it's like there's new hotkeys. You have to use Q or right click.
I like how they're just like, oh, by the way, that doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, no, I'm actually gonna have Katara go around, I guess.
Okay. Make an investigation check. See if you can see an alternate route.
Oh man.
What are with these walls, man?
I mean, that's good enough. You're able to kind of, after taking a moment, just like stop in. You see Arkea just like hop up over the fence. Arkea, you can kind of place yourself down right here now. After you see her kind of hop over the fence, you look around just to see if there's an easier way. You see shorter kind of like chain link fence off to the side, you know, to that goes into like a neighbor spot, which then kind of opens up in the back to the same alleyway. So you kind of hop over that one instead more quickly and easier and are able to get into the same alley. So you could also place yourself up here. So you both would probably be at the just like cresting onto the map there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Chauncey, as you continue giving chase, you see the figure kind of heading you know, maintaining distance ahead of you, heading into the alley, and kind of going off to the other street, the next street, and then kind of disappearing around a corner. As you come out onto the street, you find yourself kind of like with these zombies on all sides, and you hear this as suddenly this large green mass of flesh just lands in front of you, cutting you off at the alleyway. And as the dust settles and it kind of rears back up, you see it raise will look to be like a plethora of arms, like 4 to 6, you can't tell, as they all kind of raise up, and they all seem to be kind of clawed and bladed. I need you to roll for initiative real quick.
What is it?
Actually, I think. Oh.
Wait, is it just Chauncey?
Everybody roll for initiative.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Oh,
We're
my
moving at
God.
initiative speed now.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the low last number.
I roll when it doesn't even matter for me because it's like I'm not even there. I'm the old. Oh my gosh! I'm going first, and I'm just gonna ask this kid questions.
Well, you wait your turn to ask those questions.
I'm going first.
What questions in action? 20,
Oh, I don't
21
like
questions is gonna take forever.
Oh, this is so bad.
Now, what if his initiative's really low? Does that mean it takes him a long time to answer back?
That kid. I asked him a question. He will answer on his turn.
Oh,
This
for
thing's in
God's
front of me. Now, can I, before rolling it, when this, like right before this thing landed and he turned the corner, could I have yelled one last thing? Like, can I yell, like, Archaea as loud as I can and see if that catches his attention?
Okay, you yell that as
That's
loud as you can.
Do that with a little intimidation, like, Archaea!
All right.
Oh, that would be something. That would be something else, wouldn't it?
It's noted that you have yelled that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And Archaea's on her way. Just give her a minute.
I'm taking it as you think I'm mad at you with the way that I yelled that, but it's I'm yelling it to get someone's attention.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. I'll role play it when she gets up there. Don't worry.
All right.
It's the Archaea, get out of the pantry, Archaea.
So, what's the initiative order?
Medium size, huh?
Neil with 18.
Oh, wow.
Archaea with 6.
Chauncey at a 5.
And then Katara at an 8.
All right, Archaea 6, Chauncey 5, Katara
The
8.
only thing I can hope is that thing rolled like super low.
I hope so.
He probably has a modifier higher than my number. That's terrible, you know.
Chauncey, don't die.
I'm not gonna die, don't you worry. But
This is why we stay behind
I am
him.
probably gonna get really
Yeah.
hurt. But I'm not gonna die. Not today.
Archaea's ready.
This thing's gonna be hurt. I'll tell you that much.
All right. So, top of the round, Emil.
Oh,
I asked this kid questions really angrily.
What do you ask him?
Do you know who that man was? Ah, damn it. I was gonna punch him and move on.
God.
Make an acrobatics check to try and get over the fence.
Oh, Jesus.
Can I go the way that
Yeah, I'll say with your passive perception, you're able to notice that.
Like, I was gonna say, I walk up to the fence and I'm just like, nope.
Yeah, too old for that. So yeah, I'll say you could kind of, you could get on the map with your movement.
With all of my movement?
Yeah.
Okay.
So just in the same sort of area that Katara and Archaea are in.
I'll just be in one of their spots for now.
Yeah.
Until they move.
I'm retroactively thinking about how I should have just shoulder checked the fence.
Yeah.
And whiskered that sucker.
I'm gonna be here.
That would have been great, though.
Yeah,
I'm
you could have
actually
used the
in Katara's
adrenaline rush to
spot,
get
Yeah. I didn't
advantage
think
on it
about
too. All right.
Oh, man.
So, is that gonna be Emil's turn, or are you gonna take any action from here?
Oh, was that not my action?
I mean, you used your
I-
movement to get up here.
No, that's true. I thought that what Doc said was like actually true. That I used my action.
No. I said retroactively. I was thinking that that's what I should have done.
No. You when you were saying like it's an action to ask him a question, that's what I was thinking in my
Oh,
head.
no.
I'm gonna hit this guy with the. I'm gonna run after you guys. It's like, what's going on?
So you're gonna take shots at the big thing over there?
Yeah, I'm just gonna like hands over your ears. I'm like right next to you. Take 2 shots.
2 shots.
Hands over your ears. Okay.
I haven't fired things in a while, so it's just. I think this is just my modifier. It's a 10.
10 unfortunately does not hit. So those 2 shots go flying forward. Wait, that's not your modifier, is it?
I don't have any mobility, and I have a +2 from sniper.
You have +2 from sniper, +1 from the weapon.
Oh, and plus proficiency. So
plus
it's 13.
proficiency.
I forgot about proficiency. So it's 15.
Would that be 15? Or what'd you say? 13?
It's 13. Yeah, 13.
13?
13 hit.
That unfortunately that still doesn't hit. So just as you scope in and fire those 2 shots towards it, you see it its big, wide wingspan arms kind of furl in and bring the claws in front, and the shots just spark across those claws.
Oh, that's definitely not good.
All right. So that's Emil's turn.
Yeah.
All right. Next up,
mhm.
these Crimson Heads are going to go ahead and move.
Oh.
So this
Oh,
one
no.
sort of
Crimson
seeing.
Heads?
Oh, updated the hotkeys. It just reminded me.
There's at least one. I see one.
That one's going to move right there.
Yeah. I think that's the only one that's near us.
Oh wait, I better remember what my stuff
And
is. Yep,
another
there
one
it
is going to come like bursting out of the out of that
no.
shop right there,
Wait,
kind of
no.
crashing out the door
No.
and starts running for Chauncey. That's actually it's gonna use its dash to get right there, but it won't be able to attack you. One of them is going to make an attack against you. So slices at you with its claws. No, it doesn't take though, and you feel nothing. Next up is Katara.
Okay. So seeing this big thing, she's like, what is that? She's like, what is that? And I think what I'm gonna do, because this is, hold on, let me get the, where she is, so. Okay, yeah, so what she's gonna do is, she's pulling out that launcher.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have her go through and place. See, I'm gonna have her go through and place it. Like probably lob this thing. Wait, why isn't the click going? Why isn't it showing where I want to hit? Well, anyway, from where she is, I want to go through and like kind of lob it like right here.
Okay, yeah, kind
in
of right
this
back
darkness.
You
Yeah.
have to be on the select one.
here. Yeah,
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you have to be on the pointer.
The select tool, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, you can kind of lob it right there. Is that within your range?
Yeah, that's 100.
Oh, all right. So
Yeah, that's 80. So it just goes over here and it's just.
round goes flying out. All right, so they're gonna make
so let me-
mobility saves.
All right, let me roll that damage real quick.
This is
Wait a
for the
minute.
zombie.
I don't have this.
Oh, that's some good damage. Oops, that didn't work.
That's a lot of damage.
Zombie definitely fails.
Yeah, that.
And let's see, the other large creature, he fails as well. All right, so they both take
Yes.
full damage. So
And they're knocked prone.
are they knock prone?
They should be. 'Cause that's the. Yeah, they should be, because that's what. Hold on, let me look at the thing real quick, because that.
Because I think that was
Where
that just a
you at?
normal explosive round?
Mobility save. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, that's the
yeah. It's not
it's the
that
half
one.
the damage. Yeah, if they succeed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see this 40mm round go streaking through the air overhead. It's the kind of dawn, kind of sky starting to turn a little bit, gray blue overhead as you see this kind of streak of smoke following this round as it lobs over Chauncey and accurately falls behind the creature, exploding. This zombie is kaput, and this guy, just the large green creature, just staggers a bit as the explosion knocks it forward.
Yeah, that's all I'm doing. That's all I can do.
All right. Good to know. So next up is going to be... All right, the zombies are going to start moving. Hold on, let me really quick.
Can I do that?
All right, so
Really quick.
zombies are going to start moving, so they are going to... well, these ones over on the far side of the street, sensing all the commotion. I need to get used to this queue. Are going to start using all of their
You can right
movement
click.
to... Oh, wait, hold on. How do you do that? Oh, there we go.
It's a little bit easier with right click.
Yeah, a little bit easier, a little bit more intuitive. Yeah, they're gonna start using some of their movement to start getting to the fight. And this guy's sort of seeing where that round comes from, kind of slinks into this alley like,
Oh, hey, what was that, man? It was a gun.
Where'd that come from? Hey, you!
Yeah, and this one's gonna sort of take interest as well, but one of them's gonna get to make a bite attack against Chauncey. That's a 22 to hit. So, the zombie, no, yeah, I don't believe he had to take a dash to get there.
Which one? The one that's right behind me?
Yeah, this
that
one
one
up
went
here,
through
yeah.
the window. Yeah, he had to have dashed.
Was he the one that was in here?
Yeah, because I just watched him zigzag all the way over there.
Yeah, never mind then. Yeah, he doesn't quite make it. So no, he didn't get to make that attack.
I would have. I would have let him do it, but
yeah. All right, so that's gonna be their turns. They just maneuver a bunch. Next up is Archaea.
All right, so I got a plan. I don't know if it's a good plan, but it's a plan. She's going to use her. Is it bonus? Okay, I gotta figure out how this works. So, a bonus action to move within 10 feet of a creature.
Yeah. So if a creature is just outside of your movement, then you can instead of dashing, you can take a bonus action to move an additional 10 feet if you make an attack against it.
Unarmed attack.
Yeah, an unarmed attack. So it's basically you just kind of like reaching forward, Batman Arkham style, and just exactly. Lauren and I just did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
All right, so she's gonna like run up and she's gonna punch this guy in the face.
All right, make an attack roll.
I gotta figure this out because I didn't write a macro for this one. So
should just be
proficiency.
Yep, proficiency bonus.
+1 because it's finesse, which means I can use mobility. So.
Yep.
Cool.
So +4.
Yay. 19.
Hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
All right, and that's a D6.
D4 if you're doing unarmed.
Oh, D4. Whoops.
So roll that again. D4 plus your mobility modifier, so +1. That's 4 points of damage to that zombie.
4 points of. Yep.
All right.
Yep. So I still have an action, right?
No, that would be your action to attack it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah, the
so
movement
4
is
points
bonus.
of. Okay, so 4 points of bludgeoning damage to his face.
So Archaea just like runs forward across this alleyway and just boom socks this zombie across the jaw as she runs by. So that's gonna be Archaea's turn.
Yep.
All right, next up, Chauncey.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, this thing did roll really low. Yeah, I'm adrenaline rush.
All right.
And
your bonus.
with my magnum in hand, I'm gonna go ahead. Now, if I use headshot, do I know where the weak spot is, or do I just
you see that this thing has
spot?
a head, so you would aim for that.
Okay, but like if like Tar come down and goes, oh, the weak spot's the kneecap. You would know if it's if you'd have to have that kind of outside knowledge before you could identify if its weak spot isn't in its head. Yeah, assuming that it's a head would be what I do now. So we're not gonna do that. Well, yeah, we'll do it. We'll shoot him in the head.
All right.
Oh no! Not 15 though. Just see it teeter. Oh god, no.
Unfortunately, the shot goes wide and you hit the brick behind him, having been kind of thrown off by the zombies that are haggling you. Or harassing you. Haggling would be a different thing. That'd be funny though.
That would be funny.
20%
What's their
off.
charisma
No,
like?
15.
Now I can put away my weapon and draw another weapon out as a bonus action though, right?
Not unless you have the gun fu fighting style.
Not as a shooter?
No, he doesn't have that feature yet.
Okay.
Oh, I thought I did.
No, not yet. Come on, what are you doing?
I can draw a weapon as a free action, but I can bonus action.
Yeah, you could.
Away.
Yeah, well, not a bonus action. It's a free action to either draw or holster a weapon, but you can't do it twice in the same turn.
Oh yeah. Okay, so that's what it. Oh wait, no, it's the reload. The reload.
Yeah, reload is what
right
you can
now.
do as a
That's
bonus
what it
action.
is. Yeah.
Reload or clear?
Yeah.
Clears. I think that's Gunfu as well.
Okay.
We're gonna round off another shot at this guy, but this time
No headshot.
No headshot. No headshot.
Alright.
Yeah. God damn! Excuse me. Sorry.
Wow.
This is getting old. Rolling like crap.
Everybody's rolling like crap.
Yeah. So unfortunately,
everybody
the same thing happens. You're just kind of getting knocked around, and pff, as you let loose another shot, hits the stonework behind him.
All right. Bonus action, karambit, and I'm gonna karambit the crap out of this zombie behind me.
All right.
Can I add bleed to the bonus action?
Yeah, as long as it's
Okay.
a hit with an edged weapon.
But I don't get proficiency.
No, you don't. You can't. You do. Your attack roll is the same, but your damage roll is no
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
ability modifier.
Yeah, no modifier. Yeah. Okay. Excuse me for just getting all mean there for that last one, but that was good. I rolled like crap. I apologize for that. Okay, so we're at this. Ugh. There we go.
on the one that it doesn't matter against because their AC is so tiny.
8, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
All right. So go ahead and roll your damage.
I have. You said I don't get the mobility modifier, so
You don't get to add your mobility modifier. You still get the +1 from it being
being the
a buffed
weapon.
weapon, and you can still add bleed.
Okay, well there's that, and here's the bleed. There we go. 8.
8 points total.
8 points total.
All right, good to know. So it's you slice against that guy behind you. Is that going to be your turn?
If I run, I can't run through his space, can I?
No, you cannot.
Trying to get this thing to work.
Actually, right now, I don't think there's anywhere you could go that won't provoke an attack of opportunity as well.
From everybody here? Like,
Yeah, that would be at least 3 attacks of opportunity if you were to move out all of their reaches.
yeah, but what about the big guy? Would I be moving into his area and then out of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that I think you would be doing that as well. You're in a tight spot. What are you doing? Come on.
Stand still.
All right, stand still.
Yep, that's it.
Now the thing gets the move. So
I can't believe he rolled so terrible.
it rolled a natural 1 on its initiative.
Oh my god.
So it's gonna go ahead and step forward, seeing Chauncey as its quarry,
Jesus.
and it is going to go ahead and lay down some claw attacks against you. So it just steps forward and swings at you with 1 claw. 17
No.
to hit.
Oh my
All right,
gosh.
first claw scrapes against the outside of your armor. Second claw. Nope. No, these guys can't roll either. yeah, it's claw jams. But no, yeah, it swings across with its other claw, and you just sort of shoulder check it with your big armored shoulder pad, and it just like bounces right off.
Pretty cool for like a claw attack that it jams in my armor so he can't move it.
So that is going to be its turn. Yeah, it's going to go ahead and hold its ground. Emil, back up to the top of the round. You're up.
All right, so I am going to give myself adrenaline.
All right.
I think this is the
Lost
right
everybody.
move. Huh?
No, go on. Yeah, so you're giving yourself adrenaline.
I'm gonna give myself adrenaline, and I'm gonna move forward. I'm not in the game right now, but I'm moving forward 30 feet.
Okay, I'll go ahead and move
Wait, no,
you.
is moving me forward 30 feet gonna put me in range of that zombie?
Let's find out.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, it will. It will put you within reach of the zombie.
Let's do that.
All right.
Quick thing, my camera's probably going to be freezing up. For some reason, this entire night, it's been like, there's points where I haven't heard anything that anybody said because it's completely just went off.
Oh man.
Oh dear.
Like I'm missing like key points. So I mean, it's okay. I can deal with it, but like yeah. So it'll probably freeze
good to
up.
know.
Yeah, you're frozen on
noticed
my
that.
end, but I just refreshed.
All right. So that's gonna be Emil's turn.
That's all I can do.
All right. Next up, the you know what, yeah. So the Crimson Heads are going to take their turn. They're going to go ahead and both throw down claw attacks against Chauncey. First one's a 19.
Yeah.
Second one,
Nope.
10. So one of them hits as they're kind of just clawing at the exterior of you. Some of them finding cuts, some others not so much. You take 5 points of slashing damage from the one, and the one that just has been unable to hit you, just frustrated and smelling fresh meat, is going to go ahead and move towards the alley. But you will get an opportunity attack should you choose to take it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Alright.
take it. It's only because I don't think anything else is moving out of my range. Alright. I don't want to waste the magnum ammo, so I'm
Well,
gonna.
you can't opportunity
I have to
attack
do
with the
melee
magnum anyway, yeah.
I can still use my karambit though.
Yeah, you can use your Gambit.
Can I add bleed to that, or is that per turn?
Nope,
'cause it says
once
per
around.
turn.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, once
so
per
once
turn.
around,
Yeah,
okay.
and basically means once around.
And it's a new round, so you can.
Well, it hasn't come back around to his turn yet, though. I would say.
Oh, okay, right. Once per his turn.
Yeah.
Oh,
Against the Crimson Head,
Crimson,
unfortunately,
yeah.
that does not hit.
Yeah.
They're a little bit more mobile
fine.
than the zombies. So you swing, but you're just like the other Crimson Head is practically tugging on your arm in the other direction.
well, as you can see, I'm holding my karambit in my left hand, so like I had to reach across my body.
Yeah, that's true. It's completely unintuitive. All right, so that's going to be their turns. Next up is Katara.
Bathroom. Oh no, back.
No, I'm back. Yeah, I'm still gonna lob another one
All right,
down here.
just
somewhere.
like pumps the grenade launcher and lobs another grenade. So
What's
same
the
placement,
save?
or actually, I think that is the only thing you can get within your
Yeah, that's
visibility.
the only thing I can
yeah,
get in the. Yeah.
at least without damaging Chauncey.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's why I'm
the
trying to
question.
keep it away.
That's the question I have though. If I succeed, I still take half damage.
You take
right?
half damage, yeah.
Oh yeah, then don't hit me.
Yeah, that's
take
why
no
I'm saying
damage.
like
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep it away within range of that thing, but out of range of you.
All right.
Yeah.
So I think. Actually, let me see.
Is that?
Yeah, because I think the big one is the only thing you would be able to hit.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Well,
So
I could have taken that though if I would have.
it's gonna go ahead and make its mobility save.
Not great.
Nope.
But that's great.
Nope.
I can't
It is.
roll
It
for a
is still rolling terribly. So it takes the full damage. So thump, it staggers a little bit again as just like bits of shrapnel cut across its flesh. Just takes the full damage on that. All right.
Yep, and that's all.
All right, holding your ground. Next up is going to be the zombies are going to go ahead and take their move.
Good.
So this one's going to kind of move here. This one kind of moving up here. Actually, I think, how far did he just move? Did he just move 20 feet? So I don't think he'll be able to make an attack because he has to take a little
I
bit
think
of a
you had
dash.
to. If you would have moved the
Yeah.
other one up top and the other one down, I think it would have been 15. Maybe you just switch their spots.
Uh-huh. So this
Remember
guy's
that
gonna dash up here.
I
Yeah, I
remember
think.
where he was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he just moved 20 feet, so he won't be able to make an attack.
Me and Emil are in a pickle.
We are.
You guys, Don't worry, Chauncey's okay in his jar.
You're in a jar too, but we're trying to get you to save your life here. And
So they're all gonna start moving.
Don't you worry
Using their
about me. I
dash
can kill
actions.
this whole group. It's the one guy in front of me that I'm worried about. Luckily, I'm dodging shots.
All right, so I think 2 of the zombies get to take attacks against you still. It's not so bad.
Yeah.
So they're gonna come at you with bites. First attack doesn't hit. Second attack.
Nope.
All right, so there are just a bunch of hands just like coming at you, and you are just like just knocking them all back, muscling them
I'm
away.
gonna start a movie after this called just Untouchable.
RK is up.
okay, so I'm going to really quick motivate Chauncey.
All right.
What does that do? Dice and choose a creature within 30 feet. Roll your sport dice. Okay.
Yeah, that's a heal.
I'm gonna motivate Chauncey.
All right, it's bonus action. How do you motivate him?
Chauncey, you can do this.
All right.
Or get the hell out of there would work.
So go ahead and roll the heal.
All right, and that is a sport dice.
Yep. So a d6. All right, you recover 4 hit points, Chauncey.
Sweet. I thought it was the what's the
Think
one
of
that gives
encouragement?
me like encouragement.
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah,
need.
that's different.
I need encouragement, lady. Encourage me.
That was my bonus action.
Yeah, that was your bonus
so
action.
with my actual action, well, with my free action, I'm gonna pull out my stun gun,
All right.
and I'm gonna. What does a stun gun actually look like?
It's pretty much
Is
just
it
like
a
this.
rod?
No, it's like this
Or is it like a
small
taser?
box thing. You could kind of Google it, because technically a taser is something that shoots like the prongs at a short distance. Stun gun is what most people call a taser, which is just like this small kind of box-like device that you could hold in your
Okay.
hand.
Oh yeah, I see.
Yeah, it's what
Yep.
old ladies carry in their purse.
Oh, good.
Next to the
Okay, there's
mace.
an old lady now. She kind of stabs him with it,
All right.
and not
Press it up
and
against
yeah,
All right.
yeah,
Roll your
and
attack.
then so wait, I have to roll 2 attack first, right?
Yeah. It's a melee weapon.
Just making sure.
Yep. And it doesn't have finesse, so you have
Right.
to use strength for the attack roll.
14.
Yeah, plus your modifiers, that'll hit.
All right, cool.
Attacking the one directly in front of you.
Yes. Okay, so that's a D8 plus 3.
No, your strength.
Yeah. Oh, strength 0 then. It's just a D8.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So that would have been a 17 to hit just earlier. So
Oh yeah, okay.
yeah, so
3
that
points of electrocution damage.
it's called shock damage. It should say on
Shock damage.
the item card. It tells you your damage type.
Electrocution.
Electrocution damage and stab damage.
Yeah.
What is that considered as a weapon?
It's considered a blunt weapon.
Okay.
All right.
Is that okay?
That's
Turn.
really all I can
All right,
do
Chauncey, you're up.
because I can't move.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and try to shoot this sucker in the face.
Which
again. Or the big guy.
All right. So that's gonna be at disadvantage at this range.
Oh.
But like, what if he shoots his foot? No.
Come on, what are you
I'm
gonna do?
going to. It's disadvantage no matter what the shot is, right? With any of
if
these
it-
characters, unless I'm shooting one in the back.
Yeah, it would be
Unless
disadvantage
you're
no matter who
shooting
you shoot.
these guys.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, the guy's out in the distance. Okay, yeah, we're still gonna go, but we're not gonna go with headshot this time. We're gonna shoot him. You said
All right.
disadvantage. So So let me go ahead and roll that disadvantage for you. $14.
14. That just hits.
Oh wow! So I barely missed.
Yeah, you barely missed.
Oh man, that sucks so much.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hold on, my heart's beating right now.
That was with the Magnum too?
That's with my Rhino.
All right.
Oh. All right, so let me set this up for a second. Give me a second.
Okay, I wanna see this because I remember buying that and then your face just lit up. So I'm like,
And
oh.
what do I have? Oh yeah, I remember. I didn't fix that. So here you go.
I banged too.
Oh.
35.
Oh, that's
All
a good and a
right.
bad. There's a good and a bad one in there somewhere.
35 piercing damage against them.
Nice.
Yep, 35.
All right. You are kind of lined up here. Are you gonna?
Yes, he is 10 feet. He is 10 feet. Please let it happen.
Let me see.
Give that dude half damage.
Wait.
No, yeah.
What's going on? What's going on?
Yeah.
Well, sort of.
See that dude down there? He's straight shot enough.
So it's 15 feet from you, but I'm trying to.
It says 10 feet from the character. That
Oh,
I
from the
hit.
target. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. In that case, that counts.
What's happening?
Yeah, piercing power attacks
Why are we-
with. Hold on. Attacks with this weapon ignore piercing resistance once per turn. On a hit against a target that does not have piercing resistance, every creature within a 10-foot line directly behind the target can be hit with the same attacks rolls, takes half of the first target's damage.
Whoa! Explodes?
Yeah. Dude, obliterated.
Yeah. Well, let's see. So how much damage would that be? 34 over 2 is. That would be 17. 17 points of damage he takes. So the bullet splatters into the chest of the Jabberwock, and it exits the other side and just. You hear behind it.
Wait, did you say 34?
Well, yeah, because 35 is an odd number, so it'd be 35 halved rounded down, or just 34 over 2.
Oh, okay, okay.
So yeah, that guy. Yeah, I think that would be 17, if I'm not mistaken.
It would be.
It should be, because 30 is 15, and then 4 and 4, that makes 2.
So he just took
So
half
it's
the bit
either
of damage.
17 or 18, depending on which way you go, up or down.
Always rolled round down.
Yeah, round
Yeah,
down is
that's
the rule in D&D. So
Yep.
that was your first attack.
Okay, but how's that zombie back here looking?
It's hard to see him past the guy in front of you, but you see some legs staggering back there.
Oh, okay, so he's still alive. I thought he got obliterated with that. We're gonna go ahead and pump another shot to this guy.
All right, another disadvantage roll.
No. Oh, please, Chauncey.
Oh!
Yes! Yes!
Oh!
Kill him and the guy behind him.
No, it's only once per turn for the piercing, so...
Oh, yeah, once per turn with piercing, but I wanted to roll. I felt good.
All right, roll your damage
I'm
again.
that hits.
Yeah.
14 AC.
Oh. So, like, with that headshot, I had to claim that before, huh?
No, you have to claim that before you make the shot.
Because
Otherwise,
you
that's
take
just
a-
cheap stuff.
Yeah, but also because you take a penalty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you take a penalty. Yeah. That's those. Okay, yeah, all right, but here's damage.
Whoa.
Dang, dude.
38.
These rolls.
Chauncey, how do you want to do this?
Just simple. I blast him and he let him fall how he falls.
All right, so you feel the rhino kick back, and as the round splatters into its chest, you see just like this large splatter of blood spray out on you before kind of stumbles for a sec, and then falls to one knee, and then falls onto its side. It appears to be down for the count.
Wait, now, is his body considered rough terrain?
I've generally let you guys traverse over corpses without any penalties, so.
Okay. I'm gonna move mid fight. I'm gonna move out of this crap. I'm gonna move to. Yeah, we're gonna move to about here for right now. So.
Okay, you will take
15
some
feet.
opportunity attacks.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4 opportunity attacks.
Yeah, 4 opportunity attacks. 1 claw attack from the Crimson Head. 17 to
Nope.
hit. All right, misses. And 3 bite attacks from the
Nope.
zombies.
Yep. And
Yeah. So the last 2 hit. So unfortunately, that grapples you,
Oh yeah. Shit.
and you take.
Sad days. I had a plan.
Oh yeah, that could have been good.
No, you did.
Yeah,
That zombie is
Look at them.
pretty
Look
damn
at
it.
all them sitting next to each other, looking pretty.
Oh.
So you take 14 points of damage in total from both of the zombies, and you get grappled by this guy here. Or I'll move him into your space.
Oh, they moved me while I was in the middle of typing my damage, and it
my
took
bad.
it away from me. That's cool. Okay.
All right. So
Yeah.
That's
hold
Chauncey's
on.
turn.
No. I'm still going. I was gonna move and use my bonus attack action,
all right. You
but
see,
you grappled me. Can I strength check out of the grapple as a bonus action?
not as a bonus action, no.
Can I, if I stab and kill this dude?
He can't grab you. He's dead.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Can't
but
grab
I mean,
you
like,
if he's dead.
but
Yeah,
it'll
they
break the
do have
grapple.
to. It has a chance of breaking the grapple if you deal damage.
You have to make a strength save.
I'm gonna stab this thing in the face then,
All right.
and this is with my action here. So.
Oh!
No.
Roll that damage up.
All right, so
Double the dice.
yeah.
You double your bleed dice too if you add that.
Yeah, I am.
So,
Okay, so
Disgusting.
the +1 still stays the 1. It's just the dice, right?
Yeah. Just the dice. Only the dice get doubled.
Okay, and then yeah, we're gonna go ahead and tackle him some bleed damage.
All right.
this guy about to have that day.
And that is a total of 17.
All right. 17 points of damage. All right. So you freaking with your offhand cramp it just like send the curved blade straight through its jugular, and it seems to have done quite a bit of damage. It's gonna go ahead and make a strength check to see if it maintains the grapple.
That's like a 21, I think.
5 plus
Oh,
22.
Oh, geez.
So it has to roll a natural
don't
20
think
pretty much. Nope. So you are freed of its grasp. Let me move you real quick. And free to move from him there.
Now I can move and not get any attacks of opportunity. So I'm
yeah,
gonna go
yeah.
back down here.
All
Where
right.
15 feet where I wanted to go initially. And get off this dude.
I'm moving.
Yeah,
So,
you just
I can't stab
and just
this
like
dude
push
now.
him off, and then you move over there. No, you don't have 2 bonus offhand
I
attacks.
know. I said too bad that
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't. Yeah, because that was the original plan, was just to move and stab this dude
All right.
dead. Keep
So-
moving.
Next up would have been the Jabberwock, but now it is dead. So back up to the top of the round is Emil.
All right, I'm gonna use up my attacks. I'm gonna use 1 attack to stab this guy in front of me.
All
with
right,
my bayonet.
good to know. Make your attack.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Oh, dang it. It's gonna keep adding plus, and the plus is already part of it, so that's 9.
Okay, so 9 actually still hits since he's a
Yep.
zombie. So go ahead and roll your damage.
All right. I'm going to. Do I want to poison this kid? Let's poison him.
All right.
I'm gonna. Yeah, you know what? I'm
You
just gonna
pump some
poison him,
poison?
and I'm gonna poison him.
Take a little bit of poison here.
Just a little bit of poison. It's 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. All right, good to know.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, he is still alive.
Stab him again. I'm adrenaline rushed.
All right, you're adrenaline rushed. That's right.
Yep. I just want to make sure I can do apply poison whenever I want.
I'm pretty sure it's just off a hit. Yeah, no limits on how many times.
Yeah. So
Since you're expending resource to do it, that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's why I can't attach bleed every time because I'm not expending anything.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm gonna hit him again.
All right.
And I hit him for sure. I'm actually not gonna use bleed this time. I'm just gonna
or poison.
All right, I'm not gonna use poison this time. I'm just gonna aim for some soft tissue and work in a little bit of Hippocratic Oathbreaker.
All right, you're using Hippocratic Oathbreaker. Go ahead and roll your damage.
That sounds really cool, though.
Yeah, I know, right?
Quick question though, while that's rolling, Flo, I killed that big thing with ranged weapons. So
you did.
I get my adrenaline rush back, right?
Yeah, you gain a use of adrenaline rush back.
Sweet.
That's sick. 13 damage now to this guy as I'm just working the blade into like his freaking like this part right here in the throat.
Oh yeah, just right in the soft tissue. You just and it just goes straight through, and you see its eyes just go blank before it slides off of your blade.
I'm just kicking away and just like I'm gonna actually move to here. Oh, just tell me that I gotta. New hotkeys have been used.
All right.
I'm just gonna move to right here.
Oh!
Should I move back?
Move back!
I moved right there.
Well, I mean, you don't know.
You don't know?
I mean, yeah. Well, does Katara say that, or does Malkaya say that?
That was me who said it, not Katara.
It's not Katara's turn.
It's not Katara.
I mean, Katara, you can talk when it's not your turn. Still, we've allowed that.
Well,
don't move up.
There you go. Now
he's
you
gonna
know.
move back.
Keep moving forward.
He moves back.
All right. Sweet. That's Emil's turn.
Just for rule's sake, he can take an attack of opportunity if he wants.
Oh, right. Yeah, he hasn't taken a reaction yet. Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and make a claw attack against you.
Good, because hopefully
14 doesn't hit.
She can move forward. Yes. So now his reaction has been used.
All right. Sweet. That's going to be Emil's turn. Next up, the same Crimson Head is actually going to go ahead and use its main attack against Archaea.
Hi.
16 to hit.
Yeah, I believe it does, but let me check. Because I have an armor cut. Yeah, yes, it does.
All right, you take 8 points of slashing damage as it rakes across you with its claws. This one is going to move down towards Chauncey and make the same attack. 23 to hit. You take 6 points of slashing damage.
Thank you, sir.
So, now it's Katara's turn.
Okay.
What are you doing?
So
get that radius on.
That radius is coming in. But
oh boy.
I'm trying to figure out will the radius, if I land it right here, will Chauncey be just out of that range?
Okay. I finally get to bust one of these out. Hold on, let's figure this out. Been a while since we've had to use this.
Take the hit, I'll take it.
I don't want to do that to you.
So where are you putting it?
Take the hit, I'll take it.
Right here on this zombie.
Right there on that guy.
You said mobility save, right?
It is a mobility saving throw.
Oh, I got this. If I have to take the hit, I'll take it.
I believe it's a 10-foot radius.
Yeah, it is. Hold on, let me open it because I believe it is 10 foot. I remember seeing it like that. Yes, it is.
Not square. There we go. Yeah, so that wouldn't hit Chauncey.
Move it down a notch.
So I'm gonna move it. I'm gonna move it down one.
All right, putting it right about that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah,
good one. I mean, they're all.
I'm lobbing it right now.
All right.
Roll exactly where they need to be.
one.
All right. Yeah, that's your last round. So how many are in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The seventh one being a Crimson Head. So I need to roll 7 mobility saving throws real quick. Going from
what grenade launchers were for.
Going from top to bottom here.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yes.
Success. That's definitely a fail.
Nope.
Fails.
Nope.
Fails.
Nope.
That's
Yes.
a success too, yeah.
Only 2 succeed.
Was that the 6 zombies?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, one
Yeah.
more zombie.
2 crit. Oh, yeah.
Fails. All right, and the Crimson Head. Natural 20 on the Crimson Head.
Oh,
Super
So-
saves.
he's a super crimson.
Yeah. So, how much damage was that again? I pushed it all the way back up, but
All of them is 7. It's 17 in total.
17 damage
Yeah, and then
in
8
total.
17. Yeah, 17 explosive in total.
All right.
So,
I need to figure this out.
They take 8.
Yeah, the ones that took half take 8.
Yep.
All right. So let me figure this out real quick. This guy. Let's see. Another fail. Jeez, there's a lot of looking back and forth here. Another fail. All right, this guy also. Let's see, that was 2, 5. Okay, so this next guy succeeded. So he takes 8 points of damage. And then another fail. And the Crimson Head succeeded, so he takes half damage. Alright. So, you see a couple of zombies just get completely dismembered and blown into fine red mist. The others, you see some of them just kind of stagger back. A few of them lose an arm or two, but the rest seem to still be standing as the dust settles.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna put the launcher away.
All right, good to know. Next up is going to be the zombies' turn. So the tides have turned a little bit. They are going to... Let's see. This one is gonna move here. This one's gonna move here. The rest are gonna be going... Hold on, let me... Alright, that one's moving up there. This one's also gonna start moving in that direction. I don't believe I've moved this guy yet. He's also gonna start moving upwards. Alright. So he gets about yay far. That guy had a dash, so only the zombies down by Chauncey get to take attacks.
Come get some.
So how many are you surrounded by that are still alive? 3 of them. Alright. So 3
Did they have to take
bite attacks
dashes?
against you. No, they didn't. All these were either already down here or one of them only moved 15 feet. So that's 18.
That hits.
13
That does
doesn't
not.
hit. And
That
11.
does not.
So first guy
One
hits. You take... five points of damage,
Okay.
2 of which is necrotic, and you are grappled by this here handsome fella.
Beautiful.
Okay, so to mention this, first of the new story arc, and caution.
All right, good to know. So that's going to be their turn. Next up is Archaea.
Cool. So, seeing that the large large, quote unquote, threat is taken care of, she's gonna like, I don't even know how to play this out. Like, try to like roundhouse kick this guy.
All right. You're getting your leg up. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Which is +3 because it's an unarmed.
Why don't you use your baton?
Ah. 19.
Still hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
All right, and that's a D6 you said.
D4.
Or D4?
Yeah, it's an unarmed attack. D4.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Plus.
Ouch.
Oh, +3.
3.
No.
You have a mobility of 16.
Oh no, it's 2 points of. Yeah,
2 points of bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning damage. Yeah.
All right. That was for the Crimson Head.
Yeah, the one in front of me.
All right. So, you throw your leg up at him and just. You have. This is the first time you kicked anything relatively living.
Yeah.
It hurts a little bit more than you would expect, and you don't seem to have hurt him as much as you would expect as well.
Okay, that's my action. I want to encourage. Let's see. Am I close enough?
For Chauncey?
I don't know. Yeah.
45 feet.
45 feet.
45.
I believe it has a 60-foot range.
30. Is it 60 foot? I thought it was.
Wait,
30.
what is she doing?
She's trying to encourage
Encouragement.
Chauncey.
Encouragement. Hold on, I'm grabbing it right
I
now.
think it's
It's
30.
within 60.
Oh, 60.
Okay,
Good.
60.
I'm encouraging him.
You should have that. You should have
should
that
write
written
that
down
down.
on your character sheet.
Yeah.
That's the kind of
Oh, yeah, I
information that
do.
belongs on your character
Yeah.
sheet.
I do
So
somewhat. Yeah. No, I got it.
yeah,
I just didn't.
just put encouragement 60 feet,
Alright,
bonus action, D6.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, you've been.
16
How do you encourage him?
Get the hell out of here! What are you doing?
All right, you receive a
got
D6
this,
encouragement
Dad.
dice.
So wait, you're telling me you healed me when I really didn't need the heal, and you're encouraging me when I could need it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take the encouragement.
All right.
I am encouraged.
But
that gonna be our
remember, it
case
only
turn?
lasts very short amount of time.
10 minutes is actually quite a long
Oh yeah,
time.
10 minutes.
Yeah,
of
10
combat
minutes.
Is, yeah, that's the turn. Yeah.
All right, Chauncey,
So it's
what are you doing?
Chauncey.
You're up.
I am gonna start attacking the crap out of everything.
All right.
Starting with this guy on me. I'm gonna stab him with my
All right.
knife. That is. That's 18.
Hits.
Okay, and I'm just gonna keep going because I'm gonna. Well,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I need to do damage. See if he's dead. What's that? 4. I actually get to do this with actual damage on it,
Yeah, there you go.
and then I'm gonna add bleed to that. Well,
Wait.
how's he look? Is he dead? Or should I add
Where did
bleed?
the second D8 come from?
Oh, I'm sorry. I had 2 d8s. My bad.
Yeah, so it was just minus the 1. So
Yeah. Oh, okay.
12.
Yeah, I forgot to reset
Piercing?
that part.
Yeah, so you slice across him. He's still standing, but he needs to make a save to see if he lets go, or unless you're going to attack him again.
Can I, if he's like, would I be able to use my bleed on him, or is it not enough to take him off me completely dead?
I mean, do you use the bleed?
I'm gonna use the bleed, knowing that he's not dead from that. Yes, I'm gonna just.
Well,
use
yeah,
it.
you got to use it when you roll your damage.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Yeah.
Then you told me that.
No,
it
yeah,
wasn't
you
enough.
can't know if he's.
I'll go ahead.
No.
We'll just go with the next one. Next guy, I'll use bleed on.
All right. So he's gonna make a strength saving throw real quick.
Ooh, 18.
That's against your
It's 18.
17 DC, so he
17.
just makes it.
Oh.
Yeah. So you're still grappled.
We're gonna go ahead. Now we're gonna attack him again.
All right.
Now we're gonna attack the dude, right? This guy.
All right.
Attack this guy. And then we're going to add bleed to that one no matter what the outcome is. Well, unless I don't hit.
Hits. Go ahead and roll your
15.
damage.
Okay. I did 2 again. Damn it. I'm sorry.
It keeps rolling 1 anyway, so just
right,
minus 1. So
I'm
that's
cool with that. That's 11.
all right.
And then 3 on top of that.
So 14 points of damage.
Yeah, 14
Yeah,
points
so this
of
guy,
damage.
you just sort of like offhand strike him off to the side with your karambit, and he goes down.
Now, can I hit the guy that's holding me with the offhand attack with my gun? Not shooting it, but hit him with it? Improvised weapon?
Yeah, sure. I'll allow it. Still an offhand attack. All right, hits.
Beautiful.
And that is, we said, it was a D6. That has no modifiers on it, right?
No modifiers, yeah.
3.
All right. You slap him upside the head with the butt of your gun.
Now does he have to do another strength save?
Yeah, he actually does.
Smack you in the face.
So you friggin' knock him back, just like swinging through with your magnum, and he just like he staggers and goes back, losing his grip.
What can I see down this alleyway?
Down this alleyway, if you were to look around, you would see completely empty alleyway.
Cool.
And at this point, you guys are actually hearing just off in the distance, kind of coming from the direction of that alleyway.
Okay. Oh, I need to look that up. What's the fatigue? The first fatigue. What is that again?
Disadvantage mobility checks and saves.
Oh, mobility checks.
Okay, so I'm just gonna run then.
All right, you're gonna run.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I'll take the opportunity attack.
Yeah. Yeah, and this would be a new round, so all of them have reactions, so there'll be 3 opportunity attacks against you. First 2 from the zombies. 15 and 14, neither of which hit. That's good. You evade the grapples. Claw from the Crimson Head doesn't hit either. So you escape as all these hands are coming after you.
And then I'd like to put my magnum away.
All right. Good to know. Holstered. All right.
I am done. That was like a long attack phase.
Yeah, so
the whole round.
Back up to the top of the round is Emil.
All right. Start stabbing these things in front of me.
All right. So you're moving forward?
I'm gonna move forward 1. I'm gonna work on the Crimson Head first.
All right. Gotcha. That hits.
16. All right, I'm going to Hippocratic Oathbreaker and bleed it, and poison it.
Good to know. So you're about to roll a buttload of dice.
All right, it's 12.
Plus
12.
Strength.
Oh. Yes, that's in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I see that. That little tiny 3 between all these big dice. Yeah, I didn't notice that.
A weird position.
It is. It really is. All right, so that's 12 points of damage total.
12 points of damage to him. The Crimson Head.
Yeah. 2 of which is poison.
Piercing. 2 of which is poison. 5 of which is just mad.
All right, so that's okay.
He's still up.
He still seems to be up.
Now I'm just gonna try to cut his throat.
All right, go for it. Man, Emil with 2 attacks is nasty.
23.
Hits.
And I'm not gonna add anything to this. It's 4 or 7.
Did you take a needle? What? How'd you get double attacks?
I give myself adrenaline at the top in my second turn.
In your
So
first
you
turn.
needle it up?
Yeah, I needled it up, and then you killed it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right.
I missed that part.
You kind of
7 damage.
swing again with your bayonet and kind of swipe across him, making a deep cut, but he still seems to be standing. He looks
Okay.
pretty rough, though.
I will
previously fairly untouched, but now he's looking pretty rough.
Yeah. I can't do anything as like a bonus action. Bop him.
No, you don't. You don't have any offhand. In fact, you're wielding your weapon with 2 hands, so you can't.
I'm
can't do anything like that.
I'm gonna tell Archaea to start running back. We need to go around. We can't go forward. We need to go around back. So I'm gonna back up first and try to get these guys to swing at me.
Yeah, you do take opportunity attacks from both of them.
I'm gonna open up an area.
That's from the Crimson Head. I don't take it that hits. This is from the zombie. 14. All right. Evade both of them as you go back, and they just sort of like claw at your armor.
Yeah. So actually, I only used 5 feet, so I'm just gonna move back up.
Wow.
and then there.
All right. Interesting tactical choice. All right, so that's gonna be Emil's turn.
That is Emil's turn.
All right, next up, Crimson Head's gonna go ahead and take a swing at. He's angry at you now. He's gonna take his swing at Emil.
Good.
13 still doesn't hit you. And the other one down here is going to give chase to Chauncey, which he could just catch up to here and make an attack against.
Oh my lord.
That's 15. A lot of distance, but that's enough.
Doesn't hit. Yeah, Crimson Heads are pretty fast. Well,
that's crazy.
They're not that they're fast. They're normal. Yeah, I think you have a normal movement speed like the rest of you. So
fast zombie is normal.
Yeah. So you see him just come barreling down. You know that way that Crimson Heads run with their arms at their side. Yeah. Just like, and that's going to be the Crimson Head's turn. Next up is Katara.
All right, so I'm gonna move up here because that's 25.
All right.
And so with my flame spray, I don't have disadvantage if I go through and hit this dude.
No, yeah, you will not.
All right, cool. Doing flame spray.
All right.
And we're gonna see if this hits.
Against the Crimson Head.
It does.
That hits big time.
All right, cool. So yeah, she's just gonna go and just flame this thing because she's like, this needs to die.
And with that,
14.5.
You see this streak of flame just cut between both of you as all of a sudden this previously dark alley just lights up and just the Crimson Head goes up in flames. It swings wildly before just like collapsing to the ground.
Emil's gonna be like, "You got different hairspray?"
she's like, more potent thanks to the university.
Man, being rich pays, yes.
Archaea looks back at Katara. Gotta teach me that.
In due time.
Meanwhile, I was like trying to bat this other zombie front away.
Yeah, and that'll be it. She won't be doing anything else.
Good to know. Next up, the zombies are going to take their turn. This one in front of Emil is going to go ahead and attempt to grapple him with a bite attack.
Yeah, you can go ahead and do that.
You heavy armor guys.
Standing over top of another zombie that's dead.
Yeah.
So you take 7 points of damage, and you are grappled.
Okay.
It's just like.
Meanwhile, down here, they are going to dash.
Oh, please send them. Yeah, send them down. Hello, friend.
Dash. Can't make any attacks, but they're dashing. And this guy is going to this guy's going to move up. That's actually 15 feet, so he could still make an attack against you. Hold on, let me make sure he's front. And this guy, I forgot about this guy. He's gonna move up as well and make an attack against Archaea. So first one's against Emil. 17 to hit, doesn't hit. Next one against Archaea. 5. So you that's just a bunch of hands coming forward, blockading this alleyway, but none of them seem to find purchase on you.
That's a new attack, though.
Yeah, that is going to be their turn. Next up is Archaea.
Cool. So, as a bonus action, she is going to discourage the one in front of her.
All right. How do you discourage him?
Yeah, with the broadside of barn door, and she flips him off.
Oh. Vulgar.
Better put that figure down, girl.
Like, hey, I see you.
All right, so you flip him in the bird. Makes a wisdom saving throw.
From the
That's
mill.
an 8.
No.
So he is discouraged. He is disheartened by this display. There's some semblance in his degraded brain matter that recognizes this gesture as something he should be very offended by.
Nice.
Our youth today just flipping off the old.
Yeah, that's what he's like.
So how is our Emil and this other zombie like positioned?
Well, one of them, yeah, is just like right next to you. He's got his arms around Emil and is just kind of biting into him, and Emil's trying to keep him at bay.
No, I mean, is his back to her or like
Emil?
You can attack it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm attacking it.
you can always attack things that are grappling other characters.
She takes her fist and she comes up like and just punches him in the back. Like if he's not facing her, she tries to punch him like in the back of the head, and she goes, "I'm the only one allowed to hug him."
All right.
All right. Let's see here. I actually have macros for this now. Yay! Unarmed. A van. I'm taking that hit.
All right. Yeah, that hits.
All right. And then.
Unarmed damage. It's D4 plus your mobility.
Yep. I got it.
All right.
And that's 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right. As you punch this guy up the back of the head, he's gonna go ahead and make a strength saving throw, DC 8, which he succeeds. So he's still grappling Emil.
Dang. Let's hoping that'd work. All right.
Emil watches you punch him, and it's just like, you have a taser.
Don't you ever watch the people that grab onto people and on fences?
Tase him.
You have a baton. Beat him.
With that, she moves back as Emil told her to do.
All
She
right.
starts moving back.
You will take
That's fine.
opportunity
One new
attacks
guy.
from the two in front.
All right, that guy moved up too.
Yeah.
Fine. I'm
yeah.
good. I got this.
So is the
But
first
it's
one.
not. Okay. Never mind.
Ooh, God,
This is the second one.
I got this. No, you don't.
All right, so
Okay.
the first one
The
hits.
first one.
So you're
So let's
grappled,
bring her
and since
back
you're
there.
medium, you can be grappled now, and you get grappled by the first individual taking.
Wait. The one in front of her?
Yeah. Oh right,
He
yeah, it's
has
disadvantage,
disadvantage.
right? Hold on, let me re-roll that, but we'll use the same damage roll if this hits again.
Oh, and it sucks because it's exactly the same number.
Oh, that's your AC? All right, so you still take... well, interestingly, you take 5 points of piercing damage as he kind of lunges forward and starts biting into you.
Okay.
Dang, this is just a sad day.
Guitar's kind of back there, like. So I take 5, you said, or 4?
Five piercing.
5 piercing. Okay.
That's going to be
I still
their
got
turn.
this, guys.
So next up is going to be Archaea.
Me.
Or rather, that was Archaea.
No,
You took it.
that
That was your
Archaea.
opportunity attack. I forgot. That was during your turn. That was the reaction. Next up is Chauncey. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna pull out the. Ooh. Should I pull out the 19? Yeah, we're gonna pull out the H&K.
Okay, you pulling out a handgun.
Yep, handgun H&K, and I'm gonna start lighting these dudes up.
All right. You have disadvantage if you're attacking at with a ranged weapon against the two in front.
We'll attack the dude in the back first.
All right, so you can take a shot at him.
Yeah, take a shot at the dude in the back first. Clicked that so long ago.
That hits. And you don't even need to roll for damage because this guy is just...
I figured he was dead. I'm figuring all these dudes are mostly dead.
There are still...
I mean, they could live. I'm just saying they're mostly dead.
There are some still that haven't taken hits yet.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this Crimson Head, he's been like avoiding everything.
Well, he still took half, I think.
Yeah, he took half from something. Yeah, at one point, but that was all. So.
Oh well. We're gonna dip out.
And I assume you're taking 2 shots there, because you always take full shots.
Yeah.
So those were 2.
Yeah, I took 2 shots, but you said not to roll damage, so I just didn't. I'm just gonna bebop one little spot here. So go ahead, roll the attack of opportunities against
So
me.
there's the zombie first. That's a natural 20. And this is the Crimson Head.
Okay.
That one doesn't hit, but you do get
I do take double damage from that dude.
From the zombie. Take 12 points of damage as he grapples you.
Ouch.
So before you get away, he just like grabs onto you and pulls you in. Just
He's like, no.
If it's the same number, it means it's happening, right?
Yeah.
So first danger of the new story arc.
Oof.
Oh no.
All right.
I can't do.
I got this. I got this. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot this dude in the face.
You're gonna shoot him?
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him. Ugh.
Disadvantage.
Nope. Oh yeah, disadvantage.
And you're shooting the dude that you're grappled with,
that's
right?
grappling me. Shit.
Unfortunately, you attempt to shoot, but it's just like kind of keeping your arms at bay, and then you hear your gun kind of jam up in your hand.
Okay, offhand attack, Crimson Head.
All right.
Oh boy.
I was rolling so good last.
All right, that hits.
Round. All right. This one. And bleed as well.
All right. Those just should have been 1d8 or?
I keep clicking the wrong one. I did. Yeah, it should have been 1. So it's taking 5 away. So that's 3.
3 plus bleed.
So 7.
7 points of damage. All right.
I need to set that.
Good to know. So you cut over at him and just like slice across his shoulder, but he's still standing.
Yep, that's fine.
All right, so that's Chauncey's turn.
Yep.
All right, next up is going to be Emil. Back to the top of the round.
Wait. That encouragement dice.
Oh yeah, you were encouraged.
For me?
You could add it to any d20 roll of your choosing within 10 minutes of receiving it. As long as you have to know, you could choose to roll after you've rolled the dice, but it has to be before the GM says whether it succeeds or fails.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was curious. I totally forgot that I even had it till right now. But
It wouldn't have worked on the 1 anyways.
It wouldn't have. Yeah, it just wouldn't have helped that 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
All right.
fine. The gun jams.
Emil, what are you doing?
All right, so he's gonna look over at Guitar and he's like, "Get these things off me!" And he's gonna aim for the. Can he aim for the zombie that is grappling him?
You're gonna try and. So you're like, I imagine you kind of wrestling with this zombie, just like holding your gun like in front and just like trying to pull the trigger and make a long shot down there.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can certainly try.
Here goes trying.
Okay.
That's a 15 to hit.
That hits. That's the one grappling Chauncey?
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that
I'm
hits.
gonna fire it. I'm gonna fire 2 shots.
Yeah.
So here goes damage. And yeah, I'm gonna hit a Hippocratic Oathbreaker.
All right.
Oh my.
23 damage.
Excuse me? That's right.
Huh?
You can use Oathbreaker on like everything?
I can use it on anything.
Once per
as long
turn.
as I can shoot.
Once per turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's a super
you're
buff.
just like wrestling with this guy and just you pull that trigger, round travels downrange, and just like with hardly a spatter of blood, the zombie goes down. As he just goes limp, just like standing straight and just goes limp, and then just collapses.
like it goes through like points in his spine.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like clean through.
Yeah. So
so Chauncey, you would have been right there.
Oh, I thought because it killed him doesn't mean I wasn't still occupying that spot.
Well, because you moved yourself up there, but yeah, you would have technically been right there because that's where you were standing.
Yeah.
When you got hit. So
and then I'm gonna take my second action. I'm gonna hit the zombie that's on Arkea right now with the bayonet.
All right.
Nice.
Hits.
20. Oh, get off her!
You're not even worried about the dude on you?
I told Katara to get it off.
Oh.
Selfless Emil. All right. 4 points of.
That works.
Strength save 9.
Oh yeah, that's right. It has to make a strength save. It succeeds, so it's still grappling her.
Oh wow.
But he's looking pretty hurt.
I just poked it.
All right.
And then with that, Emil's gonna say, "Never mind, get it off her."
All right. So that's Emil's turn.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, is there still? Oh yeah, there is still one Crimson Head standing against Chauncey.
Yeah.
He's gonna go ahead and claw at you.
But he can't get grappled now.
Well, he could still bite. He just doesn't want to. So
nobody wants
done
a piece of
hits.
this flesh.
And that's going to be its turn. Next up, Katara.
Alright, I'm trying out that knuckle duster.
All right.
Ooh.
Alright, so she's gonna go in, and with the training that she's been through, she's gonna look at the zombie that's grappling Arkea, and just boom, try and hit it.
Nice. All right.
Oh.
Oof. That was real close, but yeah, that hits.
The heart.
Oh god. Almost sad.
What?
So go ahead and roll your damage.
Yep. Ooh, well, it's good.
Whatever. She just goes over. Boom.
So you hit it up the side of the head, and it just like it staggers for a bit. You do like its face is practically concave from the blow, but it still barely seems to be holding on within an inch of its life. But let's see what it does about the grapple.
Oh, yes,
it fails. So it ungrapples Arkea, but it's just like it's still standing, but it's punch drunk right now. More punch drunk than usual, being a zombie actually. So.
All right, cool. Yeah, that's all I can do.
All right. Next up, the zombies are going to take their turn. The one that's grappling Emil is going to continue trying to bite him. The one in front of it is also going to try and bite you.
Yep.
So that hits. One is going to try and bite Arkea. Oh, that's the natural 20.
You sure that was Arkea? That's towards me, right?
So you, Emil, you take. Find it here. 6 points of damage to Emil. And Arkea, you take. Actually.
Oh my god.
-8.
Okay.
So you take 8 points of piercing damage, but you are grappled again by the same guy.
That actually makes me sad.
Oh my god. Guys,
Yeah,
guys.
that was like a OP hit right there.
Yep.
Guys. I'm in danger. Guys.
All right.
I still was the first. I was the first.
So that ends the zombie's turns. Arkea, you're up next. What are you doing? As this thing starts chowing down on you.
She's gonna take the stun gun and she's gonna shove it up against like his stomach region.
All right.
And she's gonna do that.
Let go.
Pretty much. I don't want your hugs. Get out of here. Oh please. Oh god, please.
So that hits.
Oh, thank God.
And that's plus
Poor
3
thank
as
God.
well, so it definitely mega hits.
What do you mean it's plus 3?
Or,
Oh, yeah, it's a...
yeah, proficiency bonus.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, I gotta add that to my macro. Okay, and then the damage,
Yeah.
which is this. Oh, please, for the love of God, just die.
No, well,
7 points
you don't
of
get plus 3
damage.
on the damage. It would have been plus 3 on the attack roll.
Oh, I messed
So,
it up. Okay.
What's your
So,
strength modifier?
0. So,
Actually, it
4.
doesn't matter because he had 1 hit point left. So, you
thank God.
freaking stun the heck out of him with your little stun gun, and just you see him light up, and just sparks start flying out of his mouth as he collapses backwards.
Can she like
the 1 HP.
Yeah.
can she like stomp his head in
Yeah,
Is
next
that
time
an
you have an
attack?
action. Yeah, so.
or an action? Okay.
Make it happen. Wisdom check.
Yeah, well, that's a wisdom save if you do, but yeah.
As a bonus action, I'm going to spend my last support dice, and I'm going to encourage Emil really quick.
All right.
Emil, I really need you help.
Dora, I got you.
You gotta get out of this.
Emil's like all hyped up. He's like, yeah, I got you. Look, we're leaving here.
All right. So that's going to be Archaea's turn then. Next up, Chauncey. Still
Okay,
continuing your 1v1
so-
down here.
I am gonna slap the crap out of him with my knife.
Yeah. As this is all going on, just still gunshots echoing behind you.
Well, it would be nice if he would have stayed for the fight.
Is it 16?
He wanted to kill everything.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
I was almost gonna say that kills it, but I don't know.
It's probably
kills
going
it.
to, because I'm gonna attach bleed to it.
All right.
Unless he dies off the original kill here. So 1d8 plus 4 this time.
Oh,
5, and then plus bleed. Ugh. Okay, so
good
9.
damage. 9 points of damage. So you bleed him like across the vital artery, but he still does seem to be standing.
Okay.
Oh my.
Stab him again. 8.
oh.
Unfortunately, against the Crimson Head does not hit. So you just sort of swing again, and he dodges out of the way.
Offhand slap him with the gun.
All right, go for it.
My God.
Oh,
Oh no!
it's so cocked, but unfortunately still doesn't hit.
Oh,
But can he
Alright.
not? I mean, it still doesn't hit, but he can't use his ability modifier.
Oh
on
yeah!
offhand, right?
Oh no! I forgot to say the stupid freaking encouragement dice again.
no.
Oh yeah, that would have been
yeah.
been a time to use it. But on the offhand, you can't add your ability modifier to the damage, but you can still add it to the attack roll.
Oh, okay. So,
So the
yeah,
attack
yeah,
rolls are
yeah.
exactly
Alright.
the same, but damage rolls are
Okay.
less.
Got it.
So is that gonna be Chauncey's turn?
Yeah, because I wanted to use the damn dice. That's what I was planning on doing. I keep forgetting that I have it.
Yeah.
It's too quick to already know that it didn't hit. But yeah, good. Yeah, I'm just gonna
Actually-
stay here.
Yeah, because you encouraged. I don't think she would have had a support dice left to give Emil. Would you have?
Yeah, because discouragement doesn't take a support dice.
Well, because you gave one to Chauncey.
Chauncey.
You gave 2 to
You-
Chauncey.
Oh, that's right.
You gave 2 to Chauncey,
That's right.
and you gave him motivation as well. So that
Yeah,
that would have been
that's
3
right.
right there.
That's right. Yep.
Okay, so
Sorry.
then I don't have one.
Yeah, so Emil actually doesn't have one. But she still
Okay,
needs you.
dang it, I was about to use it right now too.
All right.
Oops.
Speaking of, back up to the
Yeah.
top of the round, and you're up, Emil.
I know. That's why I wanted to use it.
That conversation still happened, though.
Yeah, she still needs you.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Still need you.
Do I need
Can I just say that I didn't want it and he uses it now? Because I keep
No,
forgetting to use it anyways.
What's
Well,
done is
I don't
done.
think you can like. Yeah. Also, I don't think you can like say no.
Yeah.
Is that like a thing?
Like now, like take it this way.
Just throw encouragement. What are you doing, Emil? Come on.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm gonna shoot the Crimson Head.
Still taking shots downrange while you're getting grappled.
Just get this thing off me.
What
you
even-
kill that one? I've got this one. You kill those ones up there. I've got this one. Don't worry.
You yell that?
Yeah. I mean, like I'm saying it as loud as I can with my dying breaths here. I got this. Hopefully it's echoing.
Alright, so handing somebody an item, is that an action? Just giving it to them?
I would say that's a free action. If it's not too elaborate.
I'm gonna hand Archaea my herb sprayer. It has 2 green greens.
Okay.
So now
Alright.
so you have an herb sprayer with 2 green greens. That can be used as a bonus action. And then I'm gonna start stabbing.
Alright. Start stabbing.
Here, take this. This could be used as a bonus action.
Here, it looks like you need this. guy on me.
So that super hits. Roll your damage.
Alright.
Do we have a
This is,
zombie unaccounted for here?
I don't know, but I'm gonna Hippocratic Oathbreaker him.
There's 2 up there. One on Emil and
Yeah,
one
yeah,
on
I
the
see the
dead
2
one.
of them.
Yeah.
And then there's the Crimson Head with me, and that's it.
Oh no, they're right. I just forgot to, I'm just looking through my stuff. I forgot to take off the damage for the one who got blown up first thing. So yeah, okay, there's not one unaccounted for.
And then I'm just gonna go for the jugular with my Hippocratic Oathbreaker.
Alright, more oath
I
breaking.
didn't have a chance.
11.
Is that the one grappling you, or?
One grappling me.
Alright, with that, right across the jugular, he collapses to the ground.
Nice.
So you're no longer grappled.
Guy in front of me.
Alright.
Was there an action where you can stab him with the bayonet and pull the trigger to gain advantage on the shot?
Bad deal.
I hit him, but that would be pretty sweet. Is that
Alright,
something that can
hits.
happen?
No. Go ahead and you can flavor it that way if you use your first and second attack, maybe. But
All right. Well, or if I kill something big with it.
Yeah, roll
so
your damage.
this is just a regular straight old, I'm just slashing at him,
Stabby. Slashy time.
just going at him, just like 6 points of slashing.
Please.
all right,
Please.
you cut across his chest.
Oh.
I'm gonna stay right where I am.
All right. Is that all you're gonna be doing?
That's all I'm gonna do. That's all I'm gonna
Alright.
do.
Next up is, yeah. Wait, nope. Crimson Head. Forgot he's still standing. Man, keep forgetting this guy's still in the fight.
I could have shot him.
7 still doesn't hit you. Next up is Katara. He's just still
Burn.
down there, just like.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
She just told it to burn.
You just commanded it to burn.
And it is such.
What was that? 20 points of flame damage?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's 20 points of flame damage. Holy smoke! So you hear burn behind you, Emil, and you just instinctively duck, and just this torrent of flame goes overhead and lights him up entirely, and she just keeps spraying until he collapses to the ground.
It like turns him into ash instantly, right?
Practically, yeah. He is a crispy critter on the ground, and he's not getting back up again.
We're gonna open up a zombie shop of crispy critters.
Is that what Christy?
Yeah, but that's all she's doing.
Is that something different?
So
I
next up is Chauncey. There are no more zombies left to take a turn.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, Arcane. Never mind. My bad. Yeah, I forgot. Missed her there.
Okay, so I want to ask you a question now.
Yeah.
I don't know how checks work in initiative order, but since I have proficiency to, is this urban terrain?
Yeah, this would be considered urban terrain.
Can I tell where the gunshots are coming from?
Make a perception check.
All right, here we go.
Going from the street.
Well, yeah, but more
Coming from an urban environment.
Sounds like he's around buildings.
Perception +1, 4. Got it.
Yeah,
No, that's an actual 20.
You know exactly where he is now.
No, yeah, you could tell with a pretty good degree of accuracy that the gunfire seems to be coming from this general direction in the alleyway behind Chauncey. You hear lots of gunfire kind of echoing from that direction, and some muzzle flashes against the buildings back there.
Okay. I have a question.
Yeah.
Does it seem to be standing... How do you tell if a gunshot is standing still? I don't know. But does it seem like the shooter is standing still?
It sounds like there's quite a bit of...
like
It sounds like there's quite a bit of movement, and it sounds like there's quite a bit of shooters. Yeah, it sounds like this is a pretty massive firefight that's happening over there. You hear at least 2 or 3 different shots, maybe more.
Okay. That's all I needed to know.
All right.
Thank you. I'm going to use my bonus action to spray myself.
All right, go ahead and roll. What was that? Green? That was in there?
Green.
Yeah, so 44? Yeah, 44 plus 4. And while you're rolling that, if that's going to be the last thing you do on your turn, then we can move on to Chauncey.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
Okay, slap. Or stab.
Oh
my gosh.
No.
Wow. Oh, man, those herbs are like 4 years old.
Those were some dank story arc 2 herbs.
It's okay though, because it got me out of caution.
That's good. That's good.
We got you out of danger, or
Out of danger.
Out of
caution.
danger.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Man, you really need health.
Yeah. She doesn't have a lot of hit points.
Oh, man.
Okay,
All right.
so stab, slap, and if just give me a minute. So if I know it failed, I'm gonna use the encouragement.
Gotcha.
Okay, that one passes.
All right.
So that's this one. Attach some bleed on it. That is 12 points.
And with that, Chauncey
Oh no! I didn't even get to use it.
just like slits its throat, and it kind of tries with the last of its energy to claw as it falls backwards onto its back. Another body amongst the pile. So.
Wow.
And I'm just gonna slouch down.
And as the dust settles on this fight, you hear the screeching of tires behind Chauncey. As gunfire still continues to sound before dying down a moment later. And Emil, you hear behind you in the other direction of the alley. Oh, one nose! And that is going to be where we end our session for tonight.
Oh my god. Oh
Nobody gotta come heal me.
I was going to investigate this thing.
You have plenty of time to do that first thing next session.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm gonna end it with hitting up against the wall and just like sliding down.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that I got that nat 20, even though it didn't mean too much. It still made me happy.
Yeah, nat 20s are always good. Those are always hype. So, let me just zoom out a bit to get a lay of the land here. But yeah, that was a pretty intense fight. Thank you all very much for watching. We'll be back in the same time slot next week.
Nope.
And until then, that was quite fun.
With our hearts intact.
We're not able to watch the VOD though.
Oh yeah? Not until Monday.
Yeah, because no, we won't be able to watch it till after next week, because it doesn't the map display for you as a GM?
It's true.
What do you mean?
It does, yeah. You will be able to see through the fog of war stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, because we're still in this area.
Yeah, so you could choose to avert your eyes during the combat section.
Just listen to it.
Yeah, but yeah, nonetheless, that is a thing to consider. So we'll pick up next time and see what happens at this interesting crossroads. Until then, we'll see you guys later. Peace. Squared. Have a good night. God bless.
Good night, sweet dreams. All of the good things.
Good night.